I should just check it on my phone, right? Okay. So possibly it's working now. Yep, I can see it's working. But let me go to the settings again.
Gang, 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 gang.
Testing, testing, one, two, three. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like games. What you saying, G?
yeah. Hold on, hold on. Man, just sorting out sales, bro. Man, selling. Oh, are we live?
Wait. We're live, you know. We're live. We're live.
Oh, snap. Almost let out my secrets, buddy. What's popping?
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Just sorting out some business. That's it. That's it. You know.
Yeah, you know what it is, yeah. I was literally just putting on a quick little something, yeah, to get the family hyped, yeah. If they want to join in, they can join in. Otherwise, yeah, I thought we was gonna postpone something where I wanted you to touch on some stuff that you was touching on last week, no, a couple weeks ago, still.
Okay.
But I don't know if today's the show, you know, because Tuesday, yeah, you know, I've got that Pacific Rim, yeah. That is it. Pacific Rim? Yeah, Pacific Rim has just come out now, yeah. So I've got that loaded up. I want to just chill back and just, you know, catch a little movie and go sleep. So I don't even know. I don't even know if we're gonna do something like that because I'm down for that, but at the same time, I don't know if I got the energy today.
We might have to do a little, that has to be another day. I'm down for the Q&A. I saw the YouTube come up, saw Q&A panel, questions and answers, reason. So I'm about still.
Jeez. All right. So this is what I want you guys to do, yeah. This is what I want you guys to do. If you guys have got any questions, yeah, simply tag Titans TV, okay? Tag Titans TV and post up your questions, and we'll try our best to actually answer them. So the first one's coming in right now. From Den Salmon Den said, can't you visit Sweden, Titans TV, and talk about how great Muslims is in Sweden? Aha. You know what? If you're inviting us over, why not? If you're inviting us over, why not? Show us around and we'll come over. So yeah, just email me if you're down and show us around. Let's see. Great job in the park with the Burker boy. What's up, Titans TV? Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Have you heard the news, Gabs?
News? What news? What news is that?
That Tan has been detained and deported.
And what?
Tan, you know, my Malaysian brother Tan.
Yeah, Tan. Yeah, Tan speaks corner Tan. Yeah.
So supposedly he has been, you know, detained and deported.
Swear down.
Yeah, I've been, you know, it's been flooding in today from early actually. Ooh, hold on. I might just get something up. Let me just check something. Let me just check.
Wow.
Let me tell you something actually. Ooh. Okay, so Tan has joined the list of patriots banned from the UK. I met Tan at Lads Alliance March in Birmingham. Last words he said to me was vote for Britain. Tan was a true legend from Speaker's Corner. So I'm seeing everybody just posting up Tan stuff. I'm just waiting to see if Tan has posted anything up. And so far he hasn't, but everybody else you know, has got in touch with us, letting us know that Tan has been banned. Tan has not been allowed back into the UK. All hail Tan and peace be upon him for the fantastic impact he had at Speaker's Corner. We shall miss him. He will be continuing the fight elsewhere to fulfill the prophecy. Tan go. So yeah. So that's the update so far. That's the update.
Wow. That's mad. Tan, you know.
Mm.
Sugar. I wonder what brought that up. I wonder what brought that up. What it didn't have.
Do you know what?
I wonder.
I don't even want to speculate right now. I don't want to
Yeah.
speculate. I'm actually going to wait to get in contact with Tan and find out the reasons as to why he was banned or he wasn't allowed to re-enter the UK.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
So basically, so from this moment in time, from what info you have right now, obviously until you hear from him, he's actually not in the UK no more.
that's right.
Okay. Jeez. That's deep, man. Big up Tam, man. Big up Tam.
You know,
Big up Tam.
so
Everyone. I would like to say everyone in the chat room. You know, let's throw up some ones for the brother Tan. You know,
you
you know,
know.
it was a different flavor to Speaker's Corner. So throw up the ones for Tan. Yeah.
Oh man, hit up those
Yeah.
ones, man. Hit up those ones. Tango, the new prophet. So yeah. So I'm just gonna wait a little while to see if we get any news back from Tan and find out what's going on with him and his situation. But yeah, I heard that news earlier on today. You know, I'm just still waiting to get some more information so I can actually give it to the family properly. But yeah. All right, man. Actually, I might get some information soon. Actually, I might just get some information soon, but I can't multitask. So I don't know, Gabs, if you want to just take over real quickly, take over. Other than that, family, if you've got any questions, yeah, please remember to tag Titans TV and you can get your questions up and we will do our best to answer them for you. All right. So Hassan Yilmaz, Hassan's saying that he's in France. Okay. Mad Wired Sports says, why do Somalis say they have no Bantu blood, but when they get DNA tests, it comes back saying they have Southeastern Bantu DNA and they are next to Kenya? Good question. I think you may just have to ask a Somalian that question. Go on, Gabs. Take over for me, please.
Yo. Peace, everyone to the peace, everyone in the chat room. You know, brother Gab's been a long time, you know. It's been a long time since I've been kicking it with you. But yeah, guys in the chat room, you know, send them questions in. This is the time where you can get all the questions that you might have on your mind from, you know, from a week, 2 days ago, yesterday, the day before yesterday, you know, something that you've seen. Yeah, any questions that you know, that you have that you want to speak on, just throw them out. Peace. Is that peace, Jehuti? Peace, Simon James. Someone said Gab's in the house. John McDermott, peace, bro. Uhuru, I see you. Let me see. Is there any questions in there? Egypt doesn't even want. Okay. Ties TV, yo, for real. Is Tommy Robinson certified racist because he acts like one? What happened to the stream that got removed? How many people we got in there? Listen, we got over 102 people right now tuning in. Surely we must have some questions. Come on, people. Talk to me. I know you got questions. Over 102 people tuning in right now. You know, hit up the likes and let's get the questions going. You know, let's get some questions going before we, you know, open up the panel for more people to jump in. Gab's respect for standing up for Tan against the slander. Come on, man. Is the NOI more disciplined than the Sunnis in Hyde Park? At Gabs, do you think Mohammed Hijab's persona has changed in the park? Boy, you know, I don't know, man. Where when you're in the park, man. Over. To be fair, how can I would say slyly. I think at the slyest. Me personally, I'll probably say slyly. You know, from the time that I first come down to the park till now, yeah, slightly changed. I think he's gonna, what's the word? He's added a dash of aggression, and you know, all this talks about fighting and bringing gum shields and MMA contracts and all that stuff. That's not, you know, Muhammad Hijab. He wasn't that guy from the get go. I think probably all the testosterone from doing his fighting outside probably amped him up a bit. So yeah, me personally, I'll just say slyly. Yeah, slyly. At times, TV, does Allah mean the hidden? Does Allah mean the hidden? Kalam, if you're there, you see that question?
Yeah. No, Allah doesn't mean hidden.
Okay.
Allah is just a generic term for God.
Okay. Cool. That was from Malik Karamula. Someone just said a question to Gabs. Where is it gone? Gabs, what do you think of hijab giving the police a free strike rule and not stopping others from praying? Do you know what, yeah? That praying situation, I don't know. I don't even know. Giving the police free strikes. To be fair, I didn't watch it, but I've spoken to a lot of Muslims. Like I have a lot of Muslim friends, and you know, down at the park and outside of the park, and on that whole situation, they just think it's crazy. They're like, they don't understand what Muhammad Hijab is trying to do. Like there's so many madrasas and masjids to go and pray. There's so many places we can go and pray. Like, really, do you really want to go against the Queen? Like, it's the Queen's backyard. I'm sure Hyde Park belongs to the Queen. It's her yard. Like you want to argue with the police about praying in the Queen's backyard? Like seriously, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. No, there's so many places you can pray, man. Like if you really want to go that deep to, you know, to fight the police about praying in Hyde Park Speaker's Corner, come on, man. It's 2018. You know what I mean?
Can I get controversial? Can I get controversial real quick?
Got you.
Can I? Hey yo, yeah. Just in a side note, yeah. Just a side note, yeah. I'm being controversial, yeah. Just to put it out there, yeah. Because I know that I'm gonna get some real like crazy somebody, yeah, that's gonna agree with me on this, yeah, and then be running up their gums. And secretly, I do want somebody crazy enough to run up their gums on this one, you know, because it's just gonna be hilarious to watch. So, side note, yeah, I'm being a jackass right now, okay? So let's do this, you know. But on a real though, yeah, Muslims, yeah, big man thing though, fam. And I'm not talking about my normal Muslims. I'm talking about my real diehard fundamental Muslims. G, listen. How are you gonna listen? I don't get it though, yeah. Because some of you Muslims, I thought you were on job. G, how are you gonna let a next man tell you cannot pray? How are you gonna do that though? Police tell you can't pray. Come on, bruv. You run the park, bruv. Islam will dominate. Can't tell you cannot pray anyway. Fam, remember the sunnah, fam. Remember the sunnah. When they tried to stop, yeah? When they tried to stop the Sahabas from praying, what happened? Come, let me give you a quick story of what happened. Let me give you a quick story. Hey, sorry, yeah. I forgive me, innit? Like sometimes, yeah, I need to have a little laughing joke for a hot second, yeah. It says here, yeah, look. This is chapter 96, Surah Al-Alaq, one of the first surahs ever brought down, yeah, to mankind. And it says this: have you seen the one who forbids a servant when he prays? Fam, the police is trying to stop you lot from praying, you know. They're trying to stop you from praying. They're trying to forbid you. They said you are forbidden from praying in the park. You are what? Forbidden from praying in the park. Fam, says here, yeah. Have you seen if he's upon guidance? Ask them if they're upon guidance, man. Ask them if they're enjoying righteousness. I swear them police officers don't enjoy righteousness and guidance. It also tells you this, yeah. Have you seen if he denies and turns away? Does he not know that Allah sees? Nay, if he does not desist, we shall surely drag him by the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. Let him call the rest of his police officers, his associates. Let him call him. We'll still drag him by his lying, sinful forelock. Yeah? And what we will do? We will call the angels of hell. No. Do not disobey. Do not obey him. Do not obey the police officers. Get me? If you're a real, true, die-hard, fundamentalist Muslim, yeah, do not obey them. If they tell you don't pray, you do what? You prostrate and draw near to Allah. For that is the right way. That's the teachings of the fundamental Muslims. Do that, fam. Do that, yeah? I'm giving you the go-ahead. I want you guys to do that. Okay, that's the right way to act. That's the right way to act. Remember, I told you this, yeah? Because if you listen, don't let a next man tell you you could not prostrate to your Lord. Don't allow them to do that to you, fam. If I was you, I'll be praying regardless. Pray regardless, fam. Pray regardless. That's my word of advice. Pray regardless. Follow what the fundamental interpretation of the Quran is. That's what I've got to say. Sorry, I'm finished now. I'm finished. Okay, finished with my tirade. Sorry about that. Go on, Gabs. What are you saying, G?
Yo, I'm back. One of the brothers just said, this is Rock 6 said, Gabs, your opinion. Huh?
Hold on. Wait. Let me just do something. Advisory. Don't follow what I just said, Don't follow what I just said. I was joking around, okay? Please do not follow what I just said. That was a joke, okay? That was a joke. I know I shouldn't be using the certain things to joke, but it was a joke. But I know certain fundamentalist, diehard Muslims would understand that it may not be a joke still. But anyways, let's continue. Sorry, Gabs. Sorry, continue. Right, where you at, fam? Don't leave me here by myself. Don't leave me here by myself.
You hear me? I was all talking tonight. I forgot I unmuted myself. I didn't unmute myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the brothers said, Gabs, your opinion on Omar's latest video on COE with Abdul Hakim, where he constantly uses the N-word, should he be banned? Okay. Should he be banned? Do you know what, yeah? With that whole with Omar and him, okay, this is straight from me, yeah. People that keep giving someone like Omar, yeah, or Uncle Omar, the platform to be able to come on and speak and use that speech. I don't even blame him. Like everybody can clearly see that this guy has problems with his language, and he just says whatever the hell he wants to say. But I blame the people that bring him on his channel or give him airtime. Like, why are you going to give someone like that airtime? Do you know what I mean? People are giving him airtime to put all this stuff out into the world. And what he don't realize is that could be bringing harm on himself. Like, do you know what I mean? When you're going around using those words and your face is all blatant like that, listen, don't be upset now if someone was to come up and find you, be like, oh, hold on a minute, that's that guy that's been saying those racist things on YouTube. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's do him something. Not to promote that, but people keep giving him airtime, and I blame the people that's giving him airtime. You know what I mean? So I would just say, on that note, stop giving the brother airtime. If you don't give him airtime and put him on the camera where he can be on video using the N-word and doing all these things, then no one will really know, and he wouldn't get out like that. Do you know what I mean? So
Do
if
you
he gets
know?
back, go on.
Yeah. Now go on, finish still.
No. Go on. I'm basically done on him on that.
I was gonna say, like, I don't usually disagree with you, Gabs, but today I disagree with you, Let
Okay.
him, but no, I think more cameras should come on. I think more cameras today. Maybe it's the sun, I think the sun is affecting me ill. Like, no, I actually think, that like more cameras should come on. I think you should have like the atheist cameras, the Sikh cameras, the Hindu cameras, Christian cameras. I think everybody, to be honest with you, should record Omar when he's saying these words. I really do. I think it should be out there more. I think everybody should just be made aware. Everybody made aware. And let everybody just know this is just who Uncle Omar is. And then they should also pan around into the crowd, just pan around, like do this. Like everybody should just pan around their cameras and just look at everybody from one particular camp, just laughing and sniggering and not saying anything. That's what you should do. Just let everybody see it. Just let everybody see it and just let everybody be aware. And then afterwards, pan around again and look at the crowds who are upset, who are horrified by the words that's coming out on Omar's mouth, and who are the ones who are actually standing up and actually criticizing him or mocking him or questioning him or trying to get some justification as to why he's utilizing these types of mad verbiages in open air, like in public, where everybody can hear your words. Fair enough, this is inside of your heart, but even better, you're saying it out in public. I love it. I don't want him to stop. I want him to continue. I really do want him to continue. And I don't blame anybody for putting him on. I want everybody to see what is going on at Speaker's Corner, because for a very long time now, he's been saying these types of words, but it hasn't been caught on camera. And there's been a lot of Muslims, a lot of Muslims, black Muslims at that, that been doing, the three monkeys,
Yeah.
Yep. Hear no evil, speak no evil. No evil, and speak no evil. Okay. I didn't hear it. I didn't. Them ways there's Adnan said, "Oh my God, I didn't hear it. I didn't." What? He said what? Them ways there. Next man, them saying, "No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. What are you talking about? No, that's a lie. That's a lie. No, Black Dunya didn't cut that out. He didn't say that black people aren't humans and so forth and so forth." No. Now you are catching it blatantly, where Uncle Omar is saying, yes, baboon, yes, black this, yes, cockroach, yes, he's not human, all sorts. So it's beautiful. The N-word is beautiful. I want the whole world to see it. And I'm seeing it. I'm there, like, just checking on Facebook, yeah. So man are tagging Hussein into the post, yeah, and saying, Hussein, you need to speak up on this. Other Muslim brothers are tagging him, yeah. And I'm just there, like, just idly watching and just seeing, up to now, like 3 days later, I haven't seen is it 3 days, 3 days, I can't remember. 3 days later, up to now, I still haven't seen no response yet on Hussein's page to what the brother posted. And I was like, it's beautiful. I actually love it, and I want to encourage it. Okay, so the whole world, as I say, yeah, I just want the whole world to see these people for who and what they are. That's all. Go ahead, Gabs.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Do you know one thing I was gonna say as well? Yeah, is like, because there was some parts in the video where he was calling himself the N-word, yeah, and I was thinking, does he think just because, I don't know, does he think because he supposedly, I think he said he's from Egypt, obviously, which is in Africa, does he think that gives him the authority and the title to call himself the N-word? Like, I don't understand. Like, clearly, like, people out on the street, like, they wouldn't, if you were saying that word, you know what I mean, they'll probably end up doing something to you. But I think maybe it's because he thinks that, he's probably in the land of Africa, he's from, a place in Africa. It gives him the authority to be able to use the N-word willy-nilly. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't understand. Listen, it's almost to the point where he's probably used the N-word more than DMX. More than DMX rap tunes, he's probably used the N-word as much as him. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But one thing I was gonna say as well, one of the brothers, well, someone, I think it was a brother in there, one of the guys just posted there. name's called Mr. Man. He said, in one breath, this Gabs supports Tan. In another breath, he doesn't like what Omar says. Can people see the hypocrisy? Okay, Mr. Man, first things first, when you say supports Tan, I support Tan in what? I haven't said that I support Tan in any way. I don't know what Tan. I don't know. I've heard Tan speaking about the Muslims. I don't really know what he really talks about. Really too tough. The only thing is that obviously as a human being, I show respect for Tan because obviously Tan's come and said hello. He's introduced himself to me. I've seen him for a couple months in the park. We say hello. We have a good, we have a good relationship. Like a high relationship where someone like Omar. If Omar was the type of person where, he said hello and we spoke over these months that I've seen him and, we built up a kind of a good relationship, obviously just for someone that, when you go and meet someone at the park, they always come over and say hello, you talk and whatnot. Yeah, if we had that same relationship, I'll probably, I'll probably do the same thing. It's not about supporting Tan. It's just humanity, Do you know what I mean? It's like with everyone that knows me at the park, I say hello to everyone, regardless. If people are friendly to me, I'll be friendly back. People come down from different places, Bradford, Newcastle, New Zealand, Australia. People come down to the park to come and greet and say hello. Or say hello. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, some people have some like twisted, like warped sense of justice in their head, where whatever Tan is saying, they're trying to equate that to racism.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're trying to do. So because Tan speaks against a particular religion or a particular ideology, yeah, look, you don't call up Tan on his freedom of speech, but look, Uncle Omar, why are you telling Uncle Omar he can't be racist? That's freedom of speech. Like, right, you laugh. What? Up. You lot are messed up in the head, Like, you lot are straight, like, retarded. Like, some of you lot are so retarded where they're like, no, yeah, let him be racist to you. That's freedom of speech. You lot don't understand what freedom of speech is, mate. It's like saying, yeah, let them threaten Sarah. Like, let them threaten to kill Sarah. That's freedom of speech. Like, do you not understand the parameters of freedom of speech? Do you understand when somebody's actually breaking the law? Do you actually understand that? Do you understand when somebody's causing harm? I don't think so. But anyways, Gabstan TV, I used to say hi to Omar, but he ended up calling me a donkey because I wasn't working towards taking a shahada. Yeah, wow. Yeah, these people are messed up in the head,
Hold on, sorry. Can you read that again one more time? Because that was brother Uhuru. I want to. Can you read that one more time, please?
All right, Uhuru says this, yeah. I used to say hi to Omar, but he ended up calling me a donkey because I wasn't working towards taking a shahada.
That's crazy.
Mate. Crazy. These people, they are mental, absolutely mental, absolutely mental. And then you know what somebody said? Oh, Kyle, but why don't you ever talk about your what's it called? Your beliefs. I said, fam, the reason why I don't talk about my beliefs is because I don't have no beliefs. Oh, but why don't you talk about what your thing is? I'm like, fam, every single day, yeah. Like the difference between me and you guys is that you lot have something that you're trying to call people towards, i.e., your religion and so forth. I don't need that. I'm not trying to call nobody towards my religion or whatever the case is. My culture, my philosophy is me. When you see me, that's my that's the dawah right there. When you see me and you see my interactions, that is to alarm you or to let you know, alert you, this is whatever's working inside of Kalam, this is what it is. You lot are merely saying things with your words, like, beautiful words, but your application, your day-to-day lifestyle is messed up. What do I mean by that? Because somebody doesn't want to listen to you, you're going to call them a donkey. No. If somebody doesn't want to listen, I'm not trying to tell somebody, oh, you must convert to this. No, the only simple thing that the only message I've always continually taught on this channel is the tagline of Titans TV. Titans TV, thought-provoking media. All I'm trying to get guys to do, yeah, is think. Just wake you guys up and think. That's it. I'm not even telling you what to think. Comedic philosophy, yeah, if you want to say comedic philosophy, yeah, does not teach people this is what you must think. This is what you need to think. Comedic philosophy says you become a walking, talking question mark. You question everything for the purpose of simply gaining knowledge, knowing what is true from what is false. And then you apply that truth in your life, whatever that truth is.
100.
You dig what I'm saying? We could just be simply talking about, you know, food, like, but we're simply food. That could be, you know, that could be one direction where we're taking it right now, where we're not even talking about religion no more. We're just simply focusing on food. That is part of comedic philosophy. Just finding out what is good for you, what is right for you, what's beneficial to you, what's going to make you stronger, what's going to make you faster, what's going to make you healthier. Them type of ways there. Just see in your environment. We do this every single day. There's nothing new that needs to be taught. Like, I need to teach you something to convert to this. I need to give you a ritual and all these things. Nah, fam. Bun all of that, bruv. Bun all of that. Just be a good person. What more is there to be in life than to be a good person? You lot want to know some mad amounts of different types of esoterical jargon of blah 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 blah. But at the same time, you're not even being kind or nice to your fellow human beings. You're now dividing in your mind kuffar or heathen or pagan or polytheist or whatever the case is, like, where you now have you've now got a very disparaging outlook of certain human beings because of their religion or of their skin complexion. He's white, so I don't like him. Or he's black, so I don't like him. Or he's Asian, so I don't like him. Bro, I don't deal with all of them things there, you know. Miss me with all of that. I don't have no times for that. I don't have no times for hang-ups to be teaching people nonsense. But anyways, let's continue. Let's get it.
Yeah. Nah, it's true what you're saying. What was I going to say? We were discussing that. One of the brothers, what's his name? I think his name is The Boss. He put a question. He said, at Titans TV, do you worship sacred baboon priest? Please explain your comments on the video. So yeah, we need to touch up on this because a lot of Omar's videos, since we're talking about Omar, a lot of his videos he's been screaming out the baboon, the priest, we worship the baboon. Please, bro, can you give the people just a little dose of medicine on this whole sacred baboon and the mistake that Omar seems to be splurting out, if you can.
To be honest with you, I really don't even want to. I really don't want to. I really don't want to, because it's just a nonsense. It's an absolute nonsense. You worship that baboon. Okay, all right. Show me where exactly I said, or anybody from comedic philosophy has ever said, we worship a baboon. Like, you can't find it.
No.
So now we have to be like, okay, so now I have to try to explain that we don't worship a baboon, but yet you haven't even provided any evidence to suggest that we do worship baboons. That doesn't make no sense to me. It's like, why am I even, participating in the conversation when you can't even establish a claim in the first place to even get clarification? You're not even asking the right questions. So it's like, what am I doing? Like, what am I exactly doing, bruv? It's like now saying, like, oh, Kalam has sex with the exhaust pipe. And I'm like, huh? When have you seen what the hell? I have sex with the exhaust pipe? Now I have to explain myself to say that, no, I don't have sex with an exhaust pipe. Like, that's like why do I have to now justify that I don't have sex with an exhaust pipe? That doesn't make no sense to me. Like, come on. That's
Yeah,
just
I
a
get what
mad
you're
thing,
saying.
bro. That's a mad thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, I really do you really want me to like discuss that?
Nah,
Gabs, like
nah,
really?
nah, nah, nah. I get the point now. Forget it. Forget it. He needs to. It's enough. Listen, one thing that that we promoting here is for people to go study and research. Kalam says it. I say it all the time. Don't take none of our words for it. If you're gonna come and critique or throw out slanders or do something about what someone might be talking about or what someone might believe or anything, we always say go and do the research. If you go and do the research and you actually find some data or information which is valuable, and you actually want to say, hold on, what these guys brothers are saying is wrong. Actually, I want to share this. We don't have no issues with anybody coming on to present the information. Remember, this is the only YouTube channel where it's free for anybody to come on, regardless of what you believe in, and share good information as long as it's good and you can back up your sources and stuff. This is free. Don't worry. We're not gonna, no one's gonna say no, 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 we don't want you. We're gonna allow you to come on and present your info. So what we always say is go out and do the research. Don't always wait for Kalam or wait for me to, break down some stuff. Everybody, we all share the same blood. Everybody has blood. Everybody has a brain. Yeah. Everybody has computer. Well, most people have computers and stuff. Everybody has access to internet. Yeah. So go out and do the research yourselves. And then, you can actually understand where we're coming from, So that's what I got to say on that.
Facts,
But
facts, facts.
hold on, one bro collab. Listen to this. One bro in the chat, I think his name's called Trab BAB, said Kemetic ideology isn't created by our ancestors. Huh?
Okay, I don't know.
I don't. Trap B, if you're still there, please can you clarify what you mean by that, as in your question. So you said Kemetic ideology isn't created by our ancestors. Please could you break down your answer a bit more? That's
Question a bit more, yeah. All right, Mad Wired Sports says, are the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah creations of Freemasonry? And why do they have those books on the tables of Masonic lodges? As far as I'm familiar with, Freemasonry began in the form that we recognize it today in roughly the 1700s. 17th century or the 1700s, 17th century, I believe. So no, the Bible seems to predate the 17th century. So no, the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah are not creations of Freemasonry. Although you could dig a little bit deeper. If you rephrase your question a bit, it could possibly run, but no, that'll be false. Why do they have those books on the tables of Masonic lodges? Good question. How do you know that they have those books on the tables of Masonic lodges? That'll be the next question. All right. Let's see. Anything else?
brother. Can you see Trap B said something, but I don't.
I'm trying to.
Can you see it?
Nah, I'm all the way down at the bottom. I can't see Trap B.
I'm at the bottom. If you scroll up, he's a few up from the bottom. Scroll up, Trab. So it's TRAB. Trab Bab.
Okay, let me just search it. Trab. Okay, Trabab. Chematism is coined by a non-African, but I hear you. Okay, no problem.
Nah, he said something else. He said just recently. He said
ideology isn't created by our ancestors. Okay, I can. And then another one says here, okay, I'm sorry. I meant to say Kemetic belief system has a 501c3 with Tamara Siudra. Okay, so basically a 501c3 is like and it's an American filing system. It's kind of like, Company's House over here, where you register a charity or a religious charity or something like that. And he's basically saying, okay, I'm sorry, I meant to say that Kemetic belief system has a 501c3 with Tamara Sudra. Okay. So basically, there is a woman called Tamara Sudra. Okay, she's a a European American woman. Let me just quickly do this Kemetic. Let's see, Kemetic Orthodoxy. I believe she's got a website called Kemetic Orthodoxy.
Oh, I know.
So let me just quickly bring it up for those people who may be interested. Okay, who may be interested. Let's just quickly share our screen.
Hello.
Yo, Jay, my
What?
computer's all going crazy. Computer's all going crazy. As Sarah would say, the gremlins, G, the gremlins are around, mate. So yeah, let's quickly do that. So there's the Kemetic Orthodoxy. This was created by a European lady. You know, if anybody is interested, you know, you can go on here. What is Kemetic Orthodoxy? Go on there, have a nice little look. Tamara El Siudra, she does her thing. She's got her own organization. So if anybody would like to learn more about, you know, her understanding of Kemetic philosophy and her own Kemetic community, go on there, check it out. But yeah, that's her own stuff. That's got nothing to do with, you know, what we're doing over here or anything like that. She just has her own group, her own community. You know, she loves African religions, African philosophy, African history and heritage. So, you know, I would actually recommend. I've actually checked her out. She seems to have been an Egyptologist or studied Egyptology. She is now currently studying, I believe it's Yorubaism or the Voodoo religion, maybe in Haiti or somewhere else, because she's realized that, you know, the West African tradition is, you know, one and the same with the ancient Egyptian system, and it helps to amplify her as a priest or priestess within inside of her own community. So that's her. That's what she's doing. That's got nothing to do what I'm doing or Gabs is doing or any other person who is part of the Kemetic philosophy that's outside of her own community. It's kind of like a church. You can set up a church, and then, you know, it doesn't mean that you are the head of Christianity because you set up a church. You know, if you set up a masjid or a mosque, it doesn't mean that you're, you know, you speak for all Muslims. It just means that you set up your own community. That's all. But yeah, go and check her out if you want to.
Jeez, that's the break one.
Yeah. So Mad Wired Sports says the last Freemason that you had on your show, black guy in a baseball cap, stated that all three of those books are on the tables of lodges. Okay. Yes, I believe he did. I don't think all three are there on the same time. I believe that what was it? I think that based upon whichever religion you belong to, your book. So if you belong to a Muslim mosque, okay, sorry, not Muslim mosque, a Muslim lodge, a Muslim Freemasonic lodge, there would be a what's it called? A Quran that's opened for all their, you know, religious ceremonies and so forth. If you are in a Christian country, it would be a Bible. If you are in a Hindu, Sikh, and so forth, etc., it will be your respective books that will be opened. So yeah, that's what happens in a Masonic lodge. Any more questions? Can you see, Gabs?
Yeah, I'm just looking. You know, the chat is just going by so quick and crazy. I'm just like, well,
Somebody says here, are you against smoking weed? Hell no. Smoke your weed, B. Smoke your weed. I ain't against it. I'm only against the misuse of anything. Anything could be misused. Okay. You can misuse food. You can eat too much food and it becomes bad for you. You can eat the most healthiest food, but if you eat it too much, you're now misusing it, and your whole system is going to be messed up by it. So it's the same thing with, you know, weed or marijuana. I think, you know, you can be used for medicinal purposes. It can be used for all different types of purposes. But if you now become dependent on it, or, you know, I see a lot of people that I've known that literally smoke in order to fall asleep at night, and they smoke it when they wake up in the morning, and they smoke it, literally they just keep on smoking all throughout the day. I'm against that because it's a misuse of it, and now you become addicted, and now it affects you. But if you want to smoke weed, I don't have no problem with it, baby. I don't have no problem with it. Is that going to be controversial? I'm seeing, because I'm supposed to be running for I'm meant to be running for mayor still, so that might just be controversial. Still, they're gonna pull this up and rewind it, be like, Cal, got you. Got him.
Just me. So boy, I think we got it's like over 100 plus people in watching the show. Guys, flooding the questions. This is the time. This is Q&A time. This is your time. Flood them in.
We got 195 plus people tuned in right now. Right now. Okay. So if you've ever had them dying questions that you wanted to ask Gabs, that dying questions you want to ask Kalam, those dying questions for the medicine man, hey yo, medicine man, please ask them right now. All you got to do is tag Titans TV. If it's directed to Gabs, type Titans TV, Gabs, or just say Titans TV, and then we'll get it in. I'm pretty sure I can tell who's or where is it for. Also, if you can as well, since we got over 195 people tuned in, can we get some likes? Okay, can we get some likes and let everybody know that we're live right now? And of course, if you want to jump onto the panel and have a discussion with us, like, we're not hiding. Like, literally, the link is inside the description box. All you have to do is click the description box. The link is there. And come on, like, we're here for you, We're doing these shows for you. Right now, I actually want to just relax myself. It's been a long day, and I want to watch some movies and just, relax my head. But we're here for you. So any questions that you've got, or any show ideas, or anything along those lines, or any comments or critiques, how we can improve, please drop them, and we'll definitely take them into consideration. All right? So let's get it. If you see anything there, Gabs, let me know.
Ever see times what you think about? Okay, this is a good one. I just stumbled through a few. At Titans TV, Kalam and Gabs, what do you think of the Moorish Science Temple?
Ooh. Moorish Science Temple that was founded by Noble Drew Ali. It's got a lot of lessons, a lot of teachings in there that are very productive. Very, very, very productive. Unfortunately, a lot of the Moorish Science temples of America have fallen into misuse. Okay, they're falling into misuse, and they are getting a bad name at present. But when Noble Drew Ali was actually on the scene, it was a very crucial movement for the Black American upliftment. So that's my thoughts on it. Anything else?
Okay. That's right. We also have from Raza. Brother Raza's in the building. Man said, Kalam, what do you think of the Mufti talk?
Mate, go on, Gabs. That's you right there.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, the Mufti talk. I'm not gonna lie. That was a nice discussion. Big up Saracen as well for putting on that discussion. It was a nice little vibe. You had a range of different people in there, Muslims, non-Muslims, and obviously Mufti came down, was answering questions. It was a nice vibe, on a Sunday, come away from Speaker's Corner to come down and sit down and listen, and everybody ask questions and discuss. I think it was good, and I was, surprised, because obviously he's Muslim at some of the, some of the stuff he was saying and what he believes as well. So it was good. I managed to get 2 questions out. Raza knows those 2 questions that I hit out. Do you know what I mean? But the show was big, man. Big. I loved it. I was saying to Saracen, Kalam, and Raza and Sheer Blade Runner that things like that is good, man. This is what we should be doing, true Muslims, atheists, Christians, Chemetics, whoever. This is what we should be doing. Sitting down, booking halls and sitting down and just discussing things and just having Q&As and panels. Yeah, that stuff's big. So hopefully there's going to be more in the future.
All right, I got one here from Hugo Van Deen. It says, Titans TV, not so much of a question, but just a thank you for destroying the Wahhabi Defense channel on behalf of a Bosnian Shia Muslim from Australia. Oh, man. Salute, salute, salute. Jeez. Got anything else there?
Yeah, there's another question. At Titans TV, so at Titans TV, chronically speaking, is Garden of Eden in Africa or the Samiwat, the heaven slash space? So the Garden of Eden, chronically, big. Like, where is that? Samiwat, or is it in Africa?
Jeez, that's a big one day, you know.
Big
So okay,
one.
so yeah, the Samawati is literally Samawat literally means the heavens, basically, or the skies. That is a very powerful question. It depends on how your outlook in life actually is. Okay, and what do I mean by this? Is this? It depends on if you're an exoteric person or an esoteric individual. Exoteric literally means an external or outside teachings, and an esoteric is literally an inert or inner teachings, basically. So for those of us or those of you guys who have walked through, the pathway of Sufism, okay, they've gone through that pathway or gone through other mystical schools within inside of the Quran or Islamic world, you will know that it is internally, okay? Samawat or the heavens or the Garden of Eden can also be interpreted internally. So it's both external and internal. Even when you go into the hadiths themselves, you kind of get an opinion that it is external and internal. What do I mean by that is the Garden of Eden, you usually find, or in the Jannah itself, you usually find waters or the rivers flowing out from a particular place in the heavens. And those rivers is the River Nile and I think it's the Euphrates as well. So you do kind of get the picture that it is actually on Earth, but at the same time, there's two mystical rivers that's flowing as well. So the simple answer to that is it's both. It depends on your point of perspective.
Me personally, I'm gonna lie, brother Kalam. Me personally, you know, obviously after reading about the Garden of Eden and stuff like that, especially from the biblical standpoint, I think the Garden of Eden is, like you said, to more do with the mind, state of mind. You know, because obviously if you look at the events that take place in the Garden of Eden, even from the get-go, from even when God's creating, remember it's the mind. You know, the mind of God or Allah, you know, is creating everything, and he's making things to come about. Then also, you know, further down when you have the creation of Adam and Eve, and you know, the serpent and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and the serpent of eternal life, the tree of eternal life. I think it's basically dealing with state of mind, you know, knowledge, that whole story, because you know, Adam and Eve succumbed to a certain temptation in the mind, which made them, you know, which decided their choice, and then also decided their fate. You see what I'm saying? And then that knowledge, they was now taken away from that knowledge. They was placed out from that knowledge, so their mind was in darkness. They couldn't get back to that state of mind because, you know, they had fallen or come short. So yeah, I think the Garden of Eden is something that's internal, should I say? You know what I mean? You can always get to the Garden of Eden.
That's right. That's right. So you're 100% right. I'm never gonna front. Again, it depends on your point of perspective. Definitely does, and you know, your education level. Says here, Mad Wired Sports. Please read one out as well. Yeah. Mad Wired Sports says Freemasonry seems like it came from the Kemetic mystery systems. Maybe it wasn't called Freemasonry at the time, but were those people responsible for the creation of the three books? Oh, okay. You're putting me in a tricky position. You know, that's not a simple question to answer. You know, that's not a simple answer. Not a simple question for me to answer. That's not easy, because what we're dealing with is mythology, and we're dealing with historical accounts. So from the mythological point of view, okay, or the story point of view, we know that these individuals, such as Moses, was initiated, into the Kemetic priesthood or the schooling system. So that's from a mythological point of view. Hence, he was able to come up with this scripture. Now, from a historical point of view, can we, verify a Moses? That's a tough question. So now, can we say that this Torah, this book, was produced by these individuals that were part of the priesthood? That's a very difficult to actually say. You now have to go into when was this book actually produced, who produced it, and so forth and so forth. So I would like to say from a mythological point of view, yes. From a historical point of view, I think we need to do a bit more analysis to come to that conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Gabs.
I was gonna get at I just got to give a little shout out to the trolling Megatron, because obviously what I was just breaking down about my opinion on the Garden of Eden, obviously he didn't like, because obviously he says Times TV Gabs is chatting no offense. So the first thing, like what I said from the get-go when I started what I was saying, I said this is my opinion. Yeah, my own opinion. It's not what I believe. It's not what I said is true. This is what I said I got from reading the Bible and dealing with the Garden of Eden. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, then that's fine, bro. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree. I didn't say now I need 1,000 people to follow me now because this is the truth. This is what it is. This is what it means. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the Garden of Eden to you is something that actually happened, and the whole story and the whole episode, it was a literal event. That's fine, bro. If you believe that was what it is, that's fine. But don't start throwing out slanders just because other people might have a different way of looking at the story. You see what I'm saying? So just relax, Megatron. Relax. Take some medicine. Peace.
Oh man. Let's see. Family, again, if you guys would like to get involved, such as got my brother Lorenzo, got my brother Bing that's in the building as well. Remember let me actually do this. Let me do this. And maybe we'll get a troll that comes in and then we have to close on the show. Remember, the link is right here if you want to join us, okay? Because I can see a lot of you guys are phoning me via Hangouts and stuff. If you want to join, the link is literally right here. It ain't going anywhere.
Hey,
right here. Tell your friends because we don't care. What?
It's funny. Hey, Bob, ever since I mentioned DMX, it's been on your mind now, isn't it?
That's it. That's my dog. Yeah, buddy. Right. Let's see. Okay, so Mr. Man says, do you think white people are the devils as preached by Israelites? First of all, like in my my worldview, like I don't believe in the devil. Okay. I don't believe full stop. So of course I wouldn't think that white people are the devil. But as preached by the Israelites, I think the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, have, reasons as to associate, white people as being the devils, because of their transatlantic slavery and how they've been treated, by, white Americans. So for them, these are the ops. White people have been the ops, or the people on the other side that have tried to oppress them. So I can understand the analogy of them being called the devil in their perspective, in their eyes, and in their eyes alone. But no, I don't hold to any human being the devil, so to speak, let alone white people being the devil. Okay, but I can understand when people are utilizing these words for groups of people. For example, we can go throughout, the scriptures. For example, we can go throughout like Quran and Hadiths, and then where's there, Muhammad, called all different types of people shaitans or shayateen, And it was irrelevant of skin complexion or anything like that. It's just somebody who's behaving in a particular manner towards the group of believers. So even in the Bible as well, you know, you have devils, you know, synagogue of Satans and so forth. It's just a particular group of people that are acting against the supposed believers. So if you've got a community, okay, and you guys are the chosen ones, or you guys are the believers, or you guys are the one that's following the righteous path, everybody else who's going opposite to that are now been nicknamed with a derogatory term, i.e., you know, infidels, i.e., shaitans, i.e., satans, i.e., devils. You know, all the different types of names can be, you know, inferred upon you. You are not part of that select group, but you're all acting opposite to what it is to be part of that select group. Yeah.
But, there's another question here, Kalam. There's another one. This is Saucy. So Mackie D's, I think that's Mackie D. Markwell says, was Jesus the Son of God inspired by the Egyptian worship of the sun to Kalam and Gabs?
Oh man. Okay. Before we go into that, I was going to say that everybody who's joined the panel, like Saracen and Mad and so forth, we're going to go for their questions afterwards to see what they've got to say. But read it again for me again.
So the question was Jesus the Son of God inspired by the Egyptian worship of the sun to Kalam and Gabs?
No comment. No comment.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do you know what, yeah? I'll comment just a little bit. Just a little bit. What I would say, me personally, what I would say, was it inspired? Okay, the inspired thing, we'll leave that to another day. But one thing I would like to put in the minds of people is, you know, the sun. You know, correlations between Jesus and the sun. Okay. Jesus is the Son of God, you know, the sun. So the sun, we have the 12 months. Obviously, Jesus being the Son, has the 12 disciples that follow him around. Jesus walking on water, you know, the sun in the horizon, in the ocean, you know, seems to be walking on water. Jesus dying for 3 days and rising on the third day. The sun, the literal sun, goes down for 3 days in the winter solstice and rises on the third day. Boy, I don't know. There's a lot of ifs and buts and maybes, but maybe another time me and Kalam could probably delve into that a bit more. Where's Megatron? I want to see Megatron. I know he's got some comments, bro. I know he has. Where is he?
Megatron is itching in here, yeah. Just to tear your ass up, Cabs.
Ready?
Yeah, that's why I've been keeping my mouth shut, because boy, I don't want Megatron's trouble, bruv, because he's ready for it today. Trust me. All hail the great Megatron.
Oh, hell, Megatron.
All right, so we've got Mad, we've got Saracen and Raza. I'm gonna go with Mad first. Mad, did you have anything to say?
Yeah, so what's going on, people on the panel and everyone on Titans? So yeah, basically what I want to get into is some of the stuff I've been checking out on Cyneta TV, and just basically some of the American YouTube channels that deal with like conscious stuff. And it's this new kind of like wave of people that are saying they're Aborigines, and they're not talking. They're denying their African roots, and they're saying they're not Aborigines. Excuse me, they're Aborigines, and just basically trying to wonder where it's come from. It seems like a whole bunch of coonerism, and I just want to know your opinion on that, and you know if there's any truth in it at all.
So when you say Aborigine, you mean like Aboriginal to the Americas, right?
Exactly. And what I don't understand as well is obviously Africans traveled to there many years before the transatlantic slave trade. So either way, they would be African. But at the same time, I want to know your opinion on it, basically.
Let me think. How many people will I offend with this answer? All right, Cool. Cool. All right. I think that as Black people, and I'm saying Black people who have suffered in slavery. Okay, so those who are descendants of enslaved Africans, we're suffering from identity crisis. We're literally suffering from an identity crisis, and we're trying to, hold on to everything as possible to give us an identity. Like we're lacking in something. We literally know that there's a void, that's there, and we're trying to get anything to fill that void. Yeah. And it's not our fault per se that there is a void. There is literally, a concentrated isolation and dehumanization and reprogramming of the enslaved Africans and the descendants of enslaved Africans. And we completely realize that our names, our cultures, our value systems, our beliefs, our spirituality, our everything, our whole heritage has been stripped away from us.
Yeah.
And at the same time, our African or West to Central African perception, or the perceptions of West to Central Africa and Africans are even worse.
Yes.
We have a very derogatory perception of West Africa and Central Africa, and we don't see the greatness in it itself. So therefore, we're gonna cling on to everything else. We'll call us we'll call ourselves Arabs. No offense, okay? We'll call ourselves Arabs, Hebrews, Native Americans, Caribs, all sorts, Scottish, Irish. We'll call ourselves all different types of names, yeah. Chinese, all different types of names, yeah. To hold on to an identity that is or has more value than the West African or West to Central African identity and the slavery heritage itself. So right about now, people may indeed, I'm not saying that they don't have any Native American, blood inside of them. I'm not saying that they don't, but we know quite clearly that my brother, okay, if I go to Ghana today, if I go to Sierra Leone today, if I go to Gambia today, okay, I will see faces and features that looks just like yours.
Exactly.
But yet you're trying to claim you're not even claiming that you're Native American as in like an African Native American. You're actually claiming that you're a Native American Indian type features, basically. Yeah. So that's just because we're suffering mentally, spiritually, economically, and culturally. So once we're able to fix that up, those problems will start to go away. But unfortunately, this is the position that we are right now. And we're just clinging on to anything to make us feel or to lift up our aspirations and to lift up our esteem.
Oh, that's beautiful. Just one more thing, if it's all right. So basically, I'm of Ghanaian heritage. And to be honest with you, I don't even like to call myself Ghanaian because that's colonialism straight. Like the truth of the matter is, I'm a Kan. You understand? I'm of the tribe of a Kan. And if people, if all the Africans, the funny thing is, obviously I'm Ghanaian. But if I was to get a DNA test, I wouldn't just be Ghanaian. I'd have Togolese in me. I'd have Nigerian, Cameroon. I'd have a whole heap of African nations in me. And I think if African people, including West Indians, who are obviously, still Africans, not all of them like to admit it, but they are still Africans, and I see them as Africans. If it was all to, maybe deny our nationalism and basically accept, it doesn't even need to be like an African identity, but accept a unified identity. I think that would start to, help us to rebuild, our communities and our identity as a collective. I think this separatism is probably one of the main issues that we have within our communities, and just basically our lack of history, and obviously slavery has been so impactful in that area. I think we need to get more become more tribal, and distance ourselves away from nationalism personally as well. So
come to Kemet, baby. Come to KMTS, baby. You learn all that over here, baby. Trust me. I actually need to start pushing that a little bit more, So if you're ready, ready to make that leap and bound, and to re-educate yourself and set up your own community and be retaught what it is to be you, holla. Yeah, let's get it popping.
Wicked.
All right. Okay, let me go over to Raza or Saras. Actually, we've got a few people who are in here. Let's try to make it as quick as possible. So, Saracen or Raza? Okay, Raza, let's go.
What you saying, brothers?
Deya.
He's the chilling. Yeah, I see you, man, going from topic to topic. What you like saying? Everything good?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, but
What's going on?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. So you, man, going from topic to topic, yeah? So just an open Q&A today, Kalam, yeah?
Yeah, open.
Open. All right. So something's been on my mind. So I wanted to, I see you lot talking about it earlier. So I wanted to just, you lot have kind of dealt with it because I only got to hear you a little bit. So I just wanted to try and give you my thought on it and see how we can reconcile the two, yeah? So I want you guys to think of it like this, yeah? So you see this guy, Uncle, but I don't even know why we called him Uncle. Saracen had an incident with him recently as well. Omar, this guy. Yeah?
yeah,
So this guy is obviously, bruv, he's been saying what he's saying to you, clearly out of control, racist freak. And then now, obviously, even with Saracen and stuff, he was basically insulting Saracen as well. Saying all sorts, basically excommunicating him from the religion, saying you're a kafir, calling him a son of muta, etc. Like literally just insulting from left, right, and center. My point is that the Muslim mentality that I'm feeling, Kalam, and I think you've clocked it, is that they're trying to say that because this guy says what he says, because Tan says what he says and no one really pulls him up on it, so then why should we pull up Omar? That's pretty much the sketch, innit?
yeah.
So my point in that is that, remember, I'm coming from another angle. My angle is there's two wrongs make a right, though. Like, meaning, I'll give you an example. I'm not saying you lot are potentially wrong because you've got your own understanding of whatever, but I'm saying you clearly don't agree with Omar. Like them, the Muslims, well, you shouldn't agree with Omar, and you shouldn't agree with Tan. So from your, like, let's just say they think that you're wrong, no problem, because you've got your perspective on free speech. But from our Muslim perspective, we obviously think both are wrong, right? From our religious perspective, right?
Correct.
So if we both think they're both wrong, Kalam, so if we both say Omar's wrong, we both say Tan's wrong, what kind of principle is that? And then says, oh, we shouldn't condemn one. We should condemn both then.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might not have to because you might have a different principle, but as Muslims, surely we should say they're both wrong. Simple.
This is what I'm talking about. The voice of reason. I hope everybody.
I respect everyone's got their own understanding, but as Muslims, there's a Quranic verse that says, speak justice against your own family members if you have to, your relatives, against yourself. So this, again, it's that double-sided thing, man. Like, just speak against both people. Like, yeah, no doubt, bro. Even Tan, man, I'm not with Tan. Look, Tan's obviously someone who, like, clearly this, like, for me, like I always say, man, my freedom of speech, this element, I just feel like it's just become a bit out of control. But literally, I don't take Tan seriously. I just find him a bit, he's a bit mad. Like, and obviously, the way that Muslims are acting towards him, it's like tit for tat, isn't it? He says something, they get aggressive. He says it more, they get more aggressive. Like, it's literally tit for tat, and it's both just stupid. We should just literally just leave. If they actually left this guy alone, yeah, and they just ignored him, and no one even gave him. It's like what you lot were saying about Omar. If people never gave Omar or Tan airtime, they'd both be knocked out. You know that, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So we're giving them airtime. We're giving the time of day. In reality, we should air both of them and just finish up the topic. Like, when are people going to speak against Omar? When are people going to speak against Tan? Like, it's just time to get rid of the riffraff, really, man. It's just nonsense from all angles, man. Like, I'm hurt about Omar as well, man. Like, him saying the N-word and this and that. And Kalam made a good point. I thought that as well. I'm sorry, Gabs, what you said. I thought maybe he thinks he can say it because he's from North Africa. Maybe he has some, subliminal, in his mind, in his deep down, he's like, yeah, I'm North African. I'm allowed to say that. No, you're not, bro.
No,
you're not, bro.
Can I say something on that as well?
Of course. Ijaza, chef.
Go on, Saracen. Another line.
Go on, Saracen. 786.
That was brewing. That was brewing, man. Omar. Oh, well, you know what annoyed me? Yeah. First of all, just to address that point. Yeah. A lot of the Egyptians are racist towards Nubians in Egypt. Am I right, Kalam?
Ooh,
that's right.
Yeah, some of them are the most racist, and it's entrenched in some of these Egyptians, especially the chavvy ones. You get high society, middle class ones. Then you got bums, bruv, and you got ones with stinky breath. And brother, I'm not lying. His breath actually stunk. I swear I'm not lying, bro. You know when I went up to him, bro, that wasn't me just making it up. His breath actually stunk, and that's what I said to Leon. Focus on his teeth, bro.
So you were speaking the truth.
Out there, you're looking ugly. You don't shave. You know what I mean? You stink. You look like a bin man. Yeah.
But guess what, Saracen? But he's there to do dawah though.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, really gonna convert to Islam looking at you, bro.
Yeah, I'm really gonna become Muslim.
It's not acceptable. His language is not acceptable, bro. And it shouldn't be up to me, bro.
What did Mufti say? What did Mufti say? Don't do dawah.
Yeah, Mufti said don't do that. We don't need your dawah, bro. But more importantly, bro, I'm a Pakistani, bro. Where are the Muslim black brothers in the park condemning him? How dare you use a racial slur like the N-word, bro? I don't even have enough guts to say that. Even now,
we're men of color, really. We're men of color. Like it's not.
The thing, bro, it's loaded. It's such a loaded word.
That's you can't use that word, man.
It's so loaded. Malcolm X said it, yeah. Right. Malcolm X had swagger. Omar don't have swagger. Straight. And not just that, bro. Malcolm X obviously went through something.
Big man, innit? Big man.
And just for the record, one more thing, yeah. Malcolm X actually had a Sufi sheikh. Yeah, even though always bashing Sufism, yeah, bro. We're gonna do a show on Sufism, hopefully on Times TV, yeah. I fully agree with you in terms of Tan as well, bro. I think that guy.
He's out of control, man. He's out of control, bro. He's out of control.
Both of them, bro. Realistically, if I would like to ignore both of them.
As a Muslim, we should condemn both, Saracen, no?
Well, let me tell you some of the stuff Tan has said. Yeah, he said that his goal is to reduce the Muslim population from 1.6 billion to 1.6 million. If that's not a threat, yeah. You know,
I can't take this that seriously, man.
No, but bro, he goes, I'm Hitler. I can't think anything good about Islam. Then he goes, I don't want to learn about Islam. When he was talking to Ali Dawah, he says, I'm gay now. He refuses to acknowledge that there's different branches of Islam. He thinks all Muslims are the same. You know, he thinks, he says, you know, he was asked about Surah Fatiha. He doesn't even know what that is, and he doesn't believe it's the first chapter of the Quran. Do you know what I mean? He believes the Whitechapel or the mosque. So much,
it's clear ignorance from his side.
Now,
I just see, honestly, I see as two sides of the same coin, man.
Brother, just because he's a Chinese man, he's getting away with it, bro. If that was a white man saying exactly what Tan said, bro, he would not get away with it. And I think he's a disgusting little troll, bro. And I don't think he's good and conducive for the part. And I think you're bang on, bro. If you want to be fair, I'm going to call out Muslims, but I'm also going to call out idiots like Tan, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm not. Like, I don't want to just, you know, like obviously, bro. Like thing is, bro. It's all about justice, and the religion teaches us justice, bro. Anyone who's out of order, if it's your own, the verse of the Quran says whether it's your own or it's outside, your relatives, etc. Pull them up, man. Pull them up.
Yeah.
But like, guys, to be fair, Tan hasn't really been exposed to much of like Muslims other than like the Salafi, manhaj in Speaker's Corner. So you will find Saracen and like some brothers going there, but like 90% of the time he's like surrounded by Salafis, and unfortunately most of them are like very aggressive and very impulsive. Like what was that guy's name? Mahmoud. Didn't he just like get aggressive with Tan the other day?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to know, bro. Like, I
respect the argument.
He says, I don't want to know. He goes, I just want to reduce Muslim population. I hate Islam.
But isn't that to do with the fact that he come from a Muslim country, and he said his experiences?
Yeah, that is true. He comes from Malaysia. Yeah.
But
he said his experiences were very bad.
Let me ask you, brothers, a question. Yeah. While I understand that coming from a country or coming from a background which you've had bad experiences with the people can make you negative, is the smart thing to do generalize when you're generalizing? So if I'm from a country, I'll give you an example. I grew up in UK, born and bred, yeah. I grew up in an area was full of racism. Yeah. When I was growing up, I was having issues with white people constantly. Chased, fights in school every single day. Does that mean I should grow up and become a racist now?
No.
I agree with that.
But like, to be fair,
I don't think it's comparable though, man.
No, like, guys, I'm Muslim, but like to be honest, Tan wasn't like that at first when he came to Speaker's Corner. Like, if you watch the early videos of Speaker's Corner, Tan wasn't aggressive.
He wasn't aggressive, but he was always on something. He was always on something. He wasn't there. He wasn't there to have an academic dialogue.
The guy, the Berber, the big guy. He got under his skin. He started like saying all this stuff. And then Kareem obviously flipped at him, yeah? So, bro, you should. Kareem told me what actually happened, what the sort of stuff that wasn't caught on camera, what he was saying as well. Yeah, then he plays the victim and stuff. What he wants to do is get beaten up. He's trying to be a martyr. And
He's trying to be a martyr.
No, but like, yeah, the guy's kind of nuts. Like, I remember watching a video, like, he tried to, like, ask a question to Sadiq Khan, and the guy was, like, interrogating for, like, Pakistan or something. Something's going on. He's like,
obsessed, man. He's obsessed, bro. I see that video as well. This guy's obsessed.
yeah, bro. then they got him out. They got him out, bro.
So yeah, what I'm saying, brother, is So Kalam, what I'm saying is, does it justify Kalam? What I'm trying to say is,
for visa, bro, Raza.
Yeah, go on.
What do you think? He's looking to get.
Bro, he's getting that visa, man. He's getting that visa.
Looking to say that it's unsafe for him to go back.
He's getting that indefinite.
All right. You lot, hold tight. Okay. If I get everybody to just mute your mics again, I want to quickly make sure I get back to the scheduled question and answers, baby, just to make sure that everybody has got their questions answered so far. So, Gabs, do you have any questions there?
Nah, man. I'm here chilling, man. I'm chilling, listening to see what's popping off, waiting to see what people have to say, and I'm good to go.
All right. So, family. We're going to take about 3 more questions, okay? 3 more questions from you guys in the audience before we go back to the panel. And then I guess from the panel, we're just going to open it up and have some conversations, okay?
There's a question, Kalam, from your wife. It says, are you West Indian? And I think that's Gabs. And then it says, what do you think of Zakaria? That's to me and Titan TV. And it can be a PC, you can be played correct as much as you want. Just curious about your opinions on Zakaria, I think.
Okay. Go on, Gabs.
You Indian, Gabs.
Yo, Gabs.
Oh,
the
sorry,
boy is sleeping, man.
I did it again. Why am I talking with my mic? That's mad. Now, what's it? West Indian, yeah. Well, yeah. Half Caribbean descent and half African descent. So yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. And Pence one said it best. I'm gonna, echo what Pence one says. Zakaria needs a hug. That's my opinion. Yeah. Saracen, did you want to answer that? Is it just me? But Saracen is.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you used to be a nice real respectful.
Saracen's all over the place, man. Can't hear a word.
Saracen entry matrix.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Go on, Saracen. Speak now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I was saying I spoke to Zakaria this week, actually. I pulled him aside and I said to him, I thought, look, you used to be a good boy, bro. What's going on, man? Why are you going into it? I know you're converted and you're gonna go so hard at this, you're gonna leave the deen. And I said to him, I'll be very honest with you, he just stood there and he listened and he listened and he listened. And I said, like, you tell me what you think, because I've spoken. Then he started off, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And then guess what happened? You know that Muslim Borat guy? Excuse me, but
Kalam's best friend. Kalam's neighbor.
Yeah, Kalam's best friend. What are you talking about?
Kalam and my homeboys, man.
It is a public park. I want to know what you are talking about with Zakaria. I go, look, bro, it's a private conversation, yeah? Allow it. We're just having a call. No. I'm just standing here. It's a speaker's corner. Like, I go, please, bro, I beg you. Walk.
His career got ended before it started, man. His career got ended before it started.
Bro, he goes, I go, please. He goes, but why do you hate me, brother? I go, look, you're my Muslim brother. I'm saying, give me 5 minutes with Zakaria. And then Zachariah got bored and walked off as well. So I'm gonna try again when I go back to the park. But I think he's all right, bro. But I think he's being influenced. That's to answer your question.
That's real talks right there. You know what? Let's quickly get a few last ones in. We've got 2 more questions before we go into the panel. All right, everybody just got kicked out. That's mad. Is the virgin birth tradition a later insertion into the New Testament by the pagan Roman Gentiles, or was it originally believed by the Israelite followers of Yeshua? Good question. I don't know. Let me say I don't know. Can I do that? Yeah, I'll do. I don't know. Clearly, it was inside of Matthew and Luke. I believe. Is it Matthew and Luke? I believe it's Matthew and Luke. It wasn't in Mark before. And I think John doesn't even have it as well. So in Matthew and Luke, it's there. So that's as much as I can say. I don't know how much later on this tradition of the virgin birth came in, but I very much so doubt that it's actually influenced by pagan Roman Gentiles. I very much so doubt it. But if you can provide any evidence that is the case, I will, find it very interesting. But I doubt it. Let's see. Last question before I know we got Megatron in the building that wants to go in. Last question. Let's see. Do you think Ami Boga Kai is Kemetic philosophy? Ami Boga Kai? I don't know what that is. Gabs, you know what that is?
Nah, I haven't heard of that before. Nah.
I don't know. I really don't know what that is. Yeah. So, all right. So now let me get everybody involved. We've got the brother who has Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah, how's it going? How you doing, Kalam?
Good.
Yeah, man, just listen to the conversation. It's a pretty good conversation, man. So yeah, man. What I wanted to ask you, Kalam, was going back to all that Tommy Robinson stuff. Do you think it's wise for us as black people to get in between, say, the Wahhabis on the one hand and Tommy Robinson on the other hand? Because the way I look at it, we should just be neutral and stay out of it. And if they want to kill each other, if they want to go at it, then let them go at it. But I don't really see why we need to get involved. Because none of these groups like us or have our best interests at heart. So I feel like we should just stay out of it and be neutral when it comes to that conversation. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I'm not really involved with that. So, there's one thing that I agreed with, which was freedom of speech. Everything else, I don't really, it's not my beef, to be honest with you. Unless my brothers ask me for help, then I will help. But otherwise, it's got nothing to do with me.
I hear that.
Am I being truthful with myself? I'm half being truthful with myself. But anyways, let me sling it on to somebody else. You lot talk for a while. I want to just relax. Let me relax.
Yo, sorry, Elijah Muhammad. Sorry, just to maybe add to that answer that Kalam gave. The question is this: we will be next, as you said, as a people. We will be next. That's what you need to understand. So when we have people like Mr. Robinson raising an army, raising a nation against one specific group, you'll find that other groups will be after that. There'll be an open foray to everyone.
How the hell do you know that?
I agree 100% because people always ask the question: is Tommy Robinson racist? I'm like, Tommy Robinson's one man. I'm looking at the people that are following him, and they're definitely racist. About that. So it's like I can never ride these waves personally.
If I could answer Megatron, do you know what history teaches us that, Megatron?
Listen, man, don't bring history into this.
I beg your pardon. Don't bring history into it. Do not bring. This is coming from you. Come on, please.
Listen, I've met Tommy Robinson twice. He's a very nice guy.
Oh, of course he is. To your face, of course he's going to be nice to you.
Well,
of course he is. Have you met his supporters?
Exactly. It's not about Tommy Robinson. It's about you supporters.
Have you been in a pub with your supporters and had a drink?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you get your membership, post a picture of it.
What, you don't believe me?
No, I don't believe
send
you.
you a picture, if I send you a picture, you give me £1,000, okay?
Excuse me. Sorry. You sounding like one of them now. Listen, I'm not. It's not that I disbelieve you. I just question your wisdom in doing that.
Listen, no need. My wisdom is absolutely fine. Don't worry. Gabs, I need to talk to you.
Say that again.
I need to talk to you.
Give me a talk, bro. I'm all ears.
Damn.
I'm all ears.
You're cutting up.
I'm all ears. I'm all ears. What you saying, bro?
I can't hear you, but I'm still going to say it anyways, right? You talked about how Jesus is the Son of God, S-O-N, and how he's like the Son, S-U-N. The trouble with that is that Son, S-O-N, and Son, S-U-N, cannot be equated. That's because in Hebrew, S-O-N is pronounced as Ben, and Son, S-U-N, is Shemesh. In Greek, S-O-N is Huios, and S-U-N is pronounced as Helios. Given that the two terms are only similar in English, but not in the original biblical language. So you cannot use this as an argument that Jesus is some kind of solar deity, because that argument only works in the English and not in the original languages. And the term S-O-N and the term S-U-N in both Hebrew and Koine Greek are absolutely different from one another. And also you said about how there's 12 months in a year and Jesus had 12 disciples. That's a complete coincidence. Jesus had 12 disciples to signify the 12 tribes of Israel. So please stop saying that.
Okay.
And
I asked them
12 imams, bro.
Hold on a sec.
He gave you some hard ones there, Gabs.
Nah, he didn't give me nothing. Because this is what I said. People don't really listen. Because first, what we were just talking about. Can people in the panel, yeah? Is that what you were just talking about? Is that not a story in the Bible? Is Jesus a character in the Bible?
Listen, you made the claim that Jesus is some kind of son, S-U-N.
Can you just
with
ask
his
my question?
Son of God title, S-O-N.
We're gonna get into that.
Claim they cannot be equated.
That's fine, Megatron. All I'm saying is the story of Jesus and his birth, is that a story in the Bible? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so now from the beginning of the conversation when I was making my point, that's why I'm very clear when I made my point. I said, this is my opinion. That's why I said, I'm going to give a little slight thing. This is my own opinion. Now, is it fair to say that on any story, whether it be Harry Potter, whether it be Mr. Men books, whether it be Spider-Man, whether it be any book, it's sci-fi, whatever, I can put my own opinion on what I get from that story. Is that fair to say? So that if I say that when I look at the Bible and I look at the story of Jesus, you know, I can see bits in there that kind of I can get what people mean by when they say, could this be a solid deity? I'm not saying he is a solid deity. You heard me say that from the get-go. I didn't say it was a solid deity.
You were implicitly implying it because you said no comment.
Hold on, let me finish. Exactly. So I said me and Kalam could probably talk about it. That could be a discussion we could have. But I clearly said this is my own opinion. This is what I think.
Yes.
So what you just basically explained, that's fine, bro. I don't have an issue with what you've explained. I'm just giving you my opinion on the story because it's a story at the end of the day. So if it's fair for me to give my own opinion on the story, which I'm sure loads of people have different interpretations of the stories. If it's fair to say that anyone can get their own opinion, then that's fine. You can't tell me what the truth is because nobody knows what the truth is because it's stories.
No, bro, if you ever give an opinion, there has to be some evidence behind it. And you gave a really lousy piece of evidence that the term S-O-N and the term S-U-N can be equated in the English language. But that's not true in the original Hebrew and Koine Greek.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Yeah? For one, I didn't mention anything to do with terms and SON and in the Greek, and that never came out my mouth.
No, but you made the argument that it's in
Hold on.
the English, and I
Listen to
refuted
listen to what I'm saying. What I brought up in the stories was the actual things that happened that took place. So I said Jesus, you know, is the Son of God, yes, and then he has 12 disciples. You have the Son and 12 months. I said Jesus died for 3 days and rose on the third day, similar to the Sun. The Sun in the winter solstice, yeah, goes down. Supposedly goes down for 3 days and rises on the third day. Yes, I said obviously another story from another part of Jesus is Jesus walking on water. Now, we know that the sun, like I said, in the horizon, if anybody can go on Google now and type up a picture and look at the sun in the horizon, in a lake or in a pond or in a river, you'll see that it looks like it's walking on water. Yes? Also, you have the story of Jesus' birth where you have the star, yeah, which the 3 wise men, yeah, had to follow to go and find Jesus. So
Again,
all these things are dealing with stuff to do with all this.
Nonsense.
Listen, that's fine. At the end of the day, all these things are stuff that to me seems a bit like sun. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just throwing out what I think. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. I'm not saying this is facts. This is hard evidence. This is what it is. Jesus is the Son. Da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that. This is just.
But can I just say it comes across as if you are saying it, and
well,
I've heard a few people say that.
But I just told you. But then that's why you got to listen. You got to listen. Slow down. You got to listen to when you hear me say.
Stop being so patronizing. I listened to everything that you said.
Well, then if you listen to what I said, you would have heard that I said this is my opinion. And
I'm what happened today, man? You're coming like really argumentative today. You okay?
Yeah, I'm ill, bro.
Okay, all right.
Well, I just gave you a little medicine. Next.
Take a chill pill, making sure I hope you get better soon. But
all right,
yes.
Cool. So
Buddha,
what are you saying, bro? You cool?
Can we go back to Tommy Robinson, please?
Yeah, we were going on a nice topic there, man. But Buddha, what are you saying, bro? You cool?
What are you saying, brother?
Cool? Megatron, Buddha, everything good?
Everything, Chris.
We live, baby. We live.
Yeah, we live. Yeah, Saracen, bro. Take it away, Saracen, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. Those of you who know, who've seen the video, that I've got footage of him being racist. Raza, I know you've seen it. Being racist, a Pakistani guy.
We got him.
And I've got a video of him praising Andras Breivik. Now, here's the thing, yeah. Andras Breivik is a disgusting, vile human being who killed innocent children.
No way.
And he's a terrorist. Yeah, disgusting, filthy man who also praised the EDL and cited Tommy Robinson. And then Tommy Robinson in this video is praising Andras Breivik whilst attacking police officers.
Could you say his name once more, please?
Andras Breivik.
Okay, thanks.
He's from
so
yeah, Norwegian.
I know Robinson. I know Robinson. I'm waiting to meet Tommy Robinson to show him. I'm not going to do Ali Dawa and chase him around. Yeah, but when the time's right, you know, people will release the video. But anyway, there's people in the chat who are saying, yeah, I'm going to follow Tommy Robinson, right or wrong. I'm going to speak. This is wrong. This is what the terrorists do. Or you know, what some tribal Muslims do. Oh, we have to stick to our own. We have to stick to our Muslim brothers and sisters. No, when something's wrong, you've got to call it out as wrong.
Sorry, Mr. Saracen. Mr. Saracen, do you know what it is? I think some people, I'm not going to say all people, but some people look at it like this. My enemy's enemy is my friend. So if you're against a certain group of people, then it's within my interest to be with you because you're against the same group of people I'm against.
Correct.
I'm just putting that out there, which doesn't make it right in the slightest. But
no.
What you just said about praising and respect Breivik and all of these people, all of the things, are people surprised by this? Are people actually surprised? You know how much heat I took in the beginning of this whole thing when I was saying this guy's a racist, right? And everything I'm saying has come to fruition. I like Raza.
Yeah, no, Buddha, you've been saying that. Yeah, Buddha's been from the beginning, bro, saying this. So Buddha, bro, you hit spot on, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Buddha, wise man, yeah.
And there's the thing, we got to call people out, bro. And no one's like, and Buddha, we've had this conversation before. No one's actually gonna say I'm a racist or I was gonna use the N word or the P word unless you're dumb like Omar. Yeah, no one actually does that. No one does that anymore. It's a lot more subtle than that. Do you know what I mean?
That's
When
right.
you're saying this isn't your country, this isn't Sadiq Khan, this isn't
Right.
your. Do you know what I mean? What country? Whose country is it? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And this is the thing. You know what? Sadiq is from the same area I'm from. Okay, he's born in the same hospital I'm born in. Do you understand? So he's not British, so that means I'm not British.
That's it.
Do you know how much I've done for this country? Do you know how much blood and tears and sweat I've put into this country? And you're gonna come and tell me this ain't my country? You know what? Me and you got a problem. You're my enemy. You're as much as my enemy is ISIS.
Yeah, you can't. He can't say stuff like that, man.
No, but they don't understand. These people don't understand. You know, like you got some, like I'll be honest, you got some thick Muslims, bro, like that are dumb, but you got some thick English people as well. I'll tell you straight, but they're actually really thick because they don't want to look above. That's what I'm saying. Like, but you got some people that just don't know any better, but you can educate them. And you know, the ones with the open hearts. Like, you got some good people even in the chat. Yeah, sometimes I speak to them, and they're open-minded, but they're being. But what Tommy Robinson does, which is the guy's a media genius. Yeah, and I'll say it. He's so clever on the media. He mixes half truths with full, like, you know, popular issues. So, for example, the whole Chelsea, she was immigrated, she was raped by these immigrants, this, that, and she got into
Saracen, I live in the northeast. Are you talking about the Justice for Chelsea thing?
Yeah.
I live in the northeast. That's how I met Tommy. The Chelsea thing, it's a whole fabrication. She literally bullshitted about it in order to get money from it, right? And it's complete utter BS. I live here. I know about this. She lied about it. And her.
But Megatron,
what's her name? Chelsea what?
Wow, Megatron, tell us, bro. Tell us, Megatron, tell us.
It's complete and utter BS. I was led on. I thought it was true. In Sunderland, right, there was a big march every 2 weeks, and I attended one or two of them, right? And then I found out a couple of months ago from another source that it's complete BS. Her father actually told her to keep with this lie, in order to get money from the people who are giving it to her.
Right, but listen, the thing is, Megatron, listen to this. What you've just said, okay? How many people do you think in this country bought that chicken nugget?
Yeah.
You know when they say black people drink the drink. You know when they say black people drink the Kool-Aid? All right, let's talk about the chicken nugget that people be yamming here. Yeah? How many people bought that and ate that? Yeah? How many people?
I can only imagine.
Okay? And now you're telling us it's to be BS. Does Tommy Robinson know it's BS?
Damage is done, isn't it?
I'm sure he does, but he propagates the same BS.
Yeah, and in the process, Buddha, look at immigrants were tarnished, and we don't know. No doubt, there's some bad immigrants out there that are doing this
and that's the
thing, and I understand people's frustrations around that.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, this guy propagates rubbish, and you know, you're saying he's very media savvy. He was never media savvy to begin with. Okay,
no.
Let's not get that twisted. All right,
he's changed out, man. In the recent years, he's become smart in it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
It's because he's been trained.
He's been trained up, man.
He's been associating himself with Rebel Media, Pegida, and all these people. Do you think they don't have public relations people
public
in there?
relations, yeah. He's smart now, man.
He's been funded. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I followed the guy's career very closely. He was funded by Israelis. He's funded, and he got free literature from Israel. He was on a Channel 4 documentary when he was with a Sikh guy, and he talks about it. He goes, "I don't know much about Islam, but hey, I've got these books." Then he went to America, and he was funded by, there's a massive industry, it's a multi-million pound industry, and he was funded by a lot of Islamophobes over there. He's very close to Robert Spencer, Pamela Geller, these guys, and then Rebel Media got on board, which is another company that's got a lot of money behind it.
That's right.
You know, and they
funded by
created those. And the thing
is, brother. But listen, you see what you're saying. I'm saying, and we both got this knowledge, yeah? Not everyone has this knowledge.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And in fact, they'll turn around and say we're conspiracy theorists.
I've got facts because obviously.
You know what I'm saying? Right, so have I. So this is when I say the guy's racist, I know what I'm talking about. I ain't saying that because it's an opinion. It's a fact. Do you understand?
Yo.
Like it doesn't end with like Tommy Robinson. Like even people like Imam Tawhidi, like that guy, like, oh my God, I'm Shia, and like the guy literally like had to drop out from school because he was like on probation and he was like failing all his classes and he was a womanizer. He dropped out of his classes and now like all of a sudden he just started like bashing like a lot of like respected figures in Islam, and he got popularity straight away. He was like, praising Israel and all that, and then he got on Tommy Robinson's show and they both happened to like think the same way. It's like it doesn't end with like Tommy Robinson. It's like a trend of people starting to
It's
be
a whole
smart when
industry. It's an industry.
no, yeah,
Bro.
actually.
And at the moment, Islam and Muslims are the boogeyman, and it sells. It gets politicians elected.
That's
You
right.
got angry voters.
Let me say one thing. Yeah, we were discussing, that like obviously, look, do you know what I'm about? Yeah, my methodology is calling out anyone that does wrong. You call them out in it. It doesn't matter who they are. I literally have no interests in tribalism. I have no interest in my people, your people. Who's wrong is wrong, and they get called out. Simple as that, innit? So that's why I'm on a complete different vibe in it. So whether it's Omar, Uncle Omar, whether it's Tommy Robinson, whether it's this extremist guy in the park, like literally, I have no issue with any of them. I just noticed in the comment that I think Sarah was saying about that extremist guy in the park, where Bob, you've got bigger problems. It's true, bro. That guy is a problem, bro. That guy is a problem, and I'm kind of happy that alhamdulillah, there's a couple of Muslims. I think Paul kicked it off. And by the way, you know what? Guess what? This was apparently, my brother's been telling me, he was one of the guys that tried to chase my brother, apparently.
Oh shit.
Well, it's not confirmed yet, so don't. Yeah.
No.
I'm big up Shamsi on that. Let's big up Shamsi on that, because Shamsi
big up Shamsi on that. Big up Paul on that. And it's one of those ones where now, as usual, the other Muslims are there trying to, I see a couple of them trying to play this middle game where, we're advising him. What are you talking about advising him? Yeah. Kick him out the park.
No, they're just being smart like the rest of them.
Gentlemen, can I just make a point here, right? Do you see what this gentleman, Mr. Robinson, has done? Okay, his mere presence in the park has turned Muslim against Muslim, divided opinion, polarized the situation.
No.
No, I disagree with that, Buddha.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Like
Tommy Robinson for the division that were already there.
Let me finish my point.
Buddha, finish your point, Buddha.
Let me finish my point, right? People of his ilk, right? Apparently, there was a guy that's supposed to come on and do a live show with Kalam. Where is he? What happened? What was it? What? It's been 4 weeks, 5 weeks, a month? Where is he? Okay, cool. Right. So promises to a fool. Yeah. This guy comes in here and people like Megatron saying, "Oh, he's a good person," this, that, and the other. He polarizes thing. Has he been back to the park? What happens about, I'll come and debate you? Where is it? The guy comes there, divide and rule, does what he needs to do, and then comes out of the place and everyone kills themselves. That's what's happening.
Bro, you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is with Tommy Robinson. There's definitely been a chain reaction where something's triggered off after he's come, yeah. But look, let's like I'm saying with Saracen, yeah, I stand a lot in my positions because I think Saracen's on the same vibe as me. Is that when it comes to people like Tommy, look, like there are clear, like before it was all about, there was this thing about we don't know if he's racist. I think with the videos come out now about Tommy Robinson, it's like I think that's case closed now. Especially the recent one with Sadiq Khan. It's like I think it's literally even the guys that were saying that, like everyone kind of knows, like, all right, bro, I think that case is dead now. Like it's a bit clear now. I think the judges passed the decision on that. So Tommy Robinson's out now, yeah.
Razza, you still get people saying, "Oh, he's good. He's really nice. I like Tommy. Tommy's my friend."
Yeah, you know why? You know why? The same guys that say that are the same guys that say Uncle Omar's not racist. Yeah. They're about two sides of the same coin, bro. I'm gonna call it as it is. Two sides of the same coin. One guy goes, "Oh, Tommy Robinson's not racist." Oh, but Uncle Omar's not racist either. They're both just playing. They're literally both playing dumb.
Razza, the difference is have a nation backing him.
Yeah, Tommy Robinson's a dangerous guy. I get that. At the same time, you've got people. Obviously, in the same time, you've got people in the park where you want to talk about the people in the park in terms of their behavior, in terms of the Muslims especially. Despicable, bro. It's despicable. The whole world can see how despicable it is. And it just plays into the narrative.
Fizza Khan made a point, yeah. And it's a legit point. So probably most legit point that Fizza, whatever, if that is a real name, actually made. He goes, Tommy Robinson is sponsored by Alex Jones. Oh my God, there's Muslim no-go areas in UK. I'm gonna give you £1,000, Tommy. You know that idiot. You know that
Yeah,
fat
that
guy
idea, yeah.
from America. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
you know, they're
No,
all
but
hyped up.
is
It's
it?
all an industry. It's an industry, bro.
No,
They're
yeah,
all
definitely. But is it actually true there's like no-go zones in London? Like
That's bullshit, man.
Yeah, I
That's
kind of want to
there
see
isn't,
these
bro.
no-go zones as well.
I
yeah,
never
because
seen
like
them.
I remember brother Kalam's like, yeah, man, we got them no-go zones, and then Saracen questioned them. Then
Nah,
Kalam was
man.
like, yeah, we'll have to investigate.
Nothing.
Nah, man.
There's no-go zones. There's no-go
No,
zones for
like no,
ethnic people.
there was people
There
who
is
trying to do some
definitely no-go
monsters.
zones for ethnic people. You go on a Saturday and a Friday night to Burnley, bro. I dare you. I dare you, bro.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's all these lot done, man. Like, and obviously now on top of that, yeah, like I'm noticing also in the comments is where it's like, bro, just call it as it is, man. Like, I see Sarah making some comments. He's got some points in it. Sarah, if you're listening, jump on, bro, because you're making some points. We can discuss it, bro. In terms of what they're saying about, like, you know, with Tommy, look, he's done. In terms of the extremists in the park and what we have this issue with, alhamdulillah, bro, I'm happy Muslims are calling them out, bro. I'm very glad. And brother Paul took initiative first.
Yeah.
Shamsi took it. But again, you know, the other Muslims are doing their usual double policy, bro. Their usual double policy where they're like, oh no,
No, but we're gonna change it though.
It's
Raza.
double
Raza.
standards, man. Like it's
It
double
takes a few
standards.
people.
double standards, bro. Because the first one,
Yeah.
that should have- you know why? The first one that should have called him out is, you know, who should have been? Should I tell you who it should have been? Ali Dawa. Ask me why.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he said to Tommy Robinson, listen, I'm against extremism, and if you're with me, I'll go get them with you. So when that first guy came to the park, that what's the guy's name? Raj has been saying from day, how come you don't call him out? So you should have been the first one to call him out.
No, but like Mohammed Hijab has a big role in this too, man. Like Mohammed Hijab, bro. Oh my God,
that guy doesn't get involved in anything, bro. He never called him out.
Bro, the guy on his, like, I don't know, on his Twitter, the guy like released a like Kalam style video in his car, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna meet you, Tommy Robinson, and basically he released like a Ali Dawa 2.0 video, like to respond to Tommy Robinson, and then, you know, like the guy legit was just like, you know, not addressing any of like being racist, and then he tries to like become this defender of the faithful kind of type of person, you know.
Yeah.
No, do you know what it is? I work in the Midlands, yeah, right. And where I live, there is a lot. You know, when you leave London, bro, I couldn't believe it. When I left London, outside the M25, it's a different world, yeah, where a lot of white people have some very legit grievances. How the towns have changed, blah blah blah. How they feel their grievances is how they feel like they're being ignored. How they like in where I live. It used to be a town full of mines and stuff like that, where, you know, there was industries, working class jobs. Those have all closed down. And so I actually work with a lot of white working class people, and I try to get them into work. And, you know, and sometimes when they meet me, they just hate it. You know what I mean? Sometimes they think I'm a Hindu or Sikh anyway, so they're bashing Muslims, and I just listen. And at the end, once I got them a job, I tell them I'm a Muslim. Like, oh, are you all right, mate? You know, you know what I mean? But you get that and stuff, and we shouldn't dismiss their grievances, because if we do, people like Tommy
you know what?
Robinson
Saracen, wallah, you said a fundamental truth there, where there is no doubt. Yeah, look, I'll give you an example. I've seen Raj in the park. Inshallah, one day I'm gonna speak to him. He speaks about this grooming issue. Tommy speaks about it. They speak about extremism. They talk about this, you know, this things that people experience in the park, where aggression, etc. Remember, I'm Shia, Saracen, you're Orthodox Sunni. We both.
I'm Shia too, bro.
There you go, bro. You're Shia. We both face these issues when we go to the park as well. So when it comes to these kind of issues, as long as you stick with the problems and you don't make it an Islamic thing and say, oh, it's all Muslims, as long as you stick with the problem where you've got an issue within the community, rather than say it's the religion, we're with you. But the minute you say it's the religion, then therefore you then stigmatize and say, oh, now we can't be with you because you've actually said it's the whole religion, when clearly it's not the religion, because we're part of that religion. Do you get it?
Yeah. It's true.
So either you stick to it and you say there's a problem, and then we're with you, or if you say it's the whole religion, then we're not with you.
Yeah, but I do think as Muslims, bro, you know, like our leadership, and this is what I think a lot of English people, white people, they don't understand. Our leadership is shit, bro. you know what I mean? We need a whole new
No,
change,
yeah.
brother.
Oh my God,
The
I agree with
MTV,
you
we've got
1000% there.
we got people who are speaking for us that shouldn't be speaking for us. You got people who just want MBEs and OBEs that just wear suits and have tea and biscuits and stuff. But we need to have the groundwork. And that's why, you know, like how Respect and Jedi, you know how they're going out, bro. I've got so much respect
They're
for them,
killing it,
bro.
man.
What
They're
they're
killing it.
doing
They're
in the
killing it.
community. They're killing it, bro. But that's how Muslims, how we need to be, bro. We
No,
need to like learn from people like that
no,
and
but
go out
bro,
there.
like,
The problem is, let me just finish this point, yeah. Problem is when we do speak out, yeah, bro, after Sarah, I think I'm the most hated Muslim, bro. I'm up there, bro. Maybe
No,
I've
no,
overtaken
no,
Sarah.
I don't know. Am
no.
I up there with you? Am I up there
Shia
with you,
Blade
Saucy?
Runner took the forefront, bro.
No, my brother
I'm taking Sarah's
Jafar,
mantle,
you,
bro. Sarah, if you're listening, bro, I think I've got more hate than you now.
Yo, no, but at the end of the day, like, you know, it's always been like this. Like, listen, like, let's be honest, man. Like, the Muslim community in general, they're retarded, man. Like, they're always out there, you know, blaming each other and, you know, killing each other, hitting on each other, and create always like dividing themselves and all that. And like, that's why, you know, like divided we fall and united we stand. But like, we're not uniting because at the end of the day, there's like so much like fitna, so much like, you know, that want to like have this authoritative tendency to like, you know, excommunicate others that don't disagree with you. So they're anti like plurality of opinion. That's why we don't have like good leadership in general. Like, you know, at the college I go, like, man, like, mashallah, you know, the like Jewish community, like most of them are like, you know, in them high spots in the college, you know, you know, class president and all that, and we don't see Muslims doing anything.
No, but
Okay,
we need a civic. We need like, I'll give you an example. We went to Reza's house, yeah. Me, Gabs, Kalam, bro. We just chilled, bro. Amazing. Reza, bless your mum, bless your family for all that day, yeah, and stuff like that. But it was just we didn't talk about religion. We just talked
no,
about
yeah,
general
no,
stuff,
for
bro.
sure.
You know what I mean? And we didn't have that hate. We don't have that hatred. We all disagree, bro. Ain't that right, Gabs? I don't know if you're still there, bro. But Gabs, we disagree on loads of things, bro. But we don't have to, you know, civically, if we need these sort of responses as a community, like leave the religion, leave the sensitive issues to one side. We can discuss them privately or in the park or whatever. But we don't have to hate each other.
The thing is, Saracen, you know what? Most of these men, they're like that outside of the park. You know, it's all an act on camera. You know, outside of the park, they all move. Everyone's probably got jobs. Everyone got college. Everyone got families. Everyone mixing with people. As soon as you come to the park and the camera's on, you become this fundamentalist.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. But like, I also believe like Speaker's Corner, like they have to shift a bit to like actually, you know, start discussing more politics. You know, like Jeremy Corbyn 2022, guys, we need this, man. Like honestly, like, you know, like we're like, obviously religion is like a very important topic. So like, you know, they want to spread dawah and all that, you know, like do it on like keep doing your like stalls of dawah, like do what you want to do, but like
don't. I beg you, don't.
No, we
okay, no, I wanted to say like don't make it
no more dawah.
No,
okay,
we have
but
this
like
scholar complex problem that we have within the Islamic community. These people who revert to Islam and then study the religion for 2 to 4 years and then start thinking they know a lot about Islam and then misrepresent it in front of everyone.
Oh, you know what? You made a good point. Also, hey, listen, I just received a fatwa, yeah, from the institutes and stuff, the madrasas and stuff. The fatwa says that Omar doesn't have to pray anymore. It's not wajib on him because he's mentally insane.
Wait, Raza, which institute? Which institute?
Yeah, which institute, bro?
I think it's Al Azhar Al Sharif. Al Azhar.
What, the one in Egypt?
Al Azhar Al Sharif.
Yo, they had their eyes on immigrants, bro.
Islamically, you don't have to pray if you're under a certain age and if you're mental. So Omar fits the mental category.
Oh, really good, bro.
Just saying.
Wait. Read the full fatwa. Unless he prayed behind time.
Oh yeah.
I think
of course. Unless you pray behind time, then it's cool.
We also have another big issue is that these reverts need to like stop getting taught this
progressive, like teaching this hatred between sect issue, because
Yeah.
it's becoming. They need to first learn their iman. You know, they're learning Islam. They need to learn the fundamentals. They don't need to be taught this rhetoric of Shia Sunni divide, Sunni Wahhabi divide. They don't need to learn this. They need to learn the fundamentals first.
They need to be a good human. That's
Sure,
what they
but
need to be, bro. First and
no,
foremost, they
no,
need to be
but
a
like
good human.
I think like what we should be like, you know, they want to do their dawah for like, you know, like Salafi dawah, whatever you want to call it. We should do a kind of dawah but different, and it's called to rationality. To always keep using your mind, whatever someone tells you.
Rationality is haram.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's not allowed in the Salafi doctrine. You're not allowed it.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
allowed to think. You're not allowed.
That's
It's not the same as fiqh Jafri. You're not allowed to
But
question
that's
everything.
the point. That's the point. Okay? Like how do you arrive to the conclusion that there is one God? You use your brain. And then when you're in it, they tell you stop using your brain. And we have to always be promoting like this, that you have to always use your brain, always use your brain, and it will send a message for those who are thinking of, you know, entering into Salafism. Because like I was looking on like Bayatul Ghadir and all that, like a lot of people who are becoming Shia and they were Muslim to begin with, they were Salafi. And it says a lot. It really says a lot.
Yeah. You know what it is? Yeah, it's like we went to the talk of Mufti Abu Layth. I think people need to be human before they talk about religion. You need to get and because the essence of what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught was the essence was to be human and show mercy. And if you can't have that, there's no point of, like, honestly speaking, you haven't understood the religion. You can have as much bit, you can have your bed can be as big as it want. You can wear the thobes. You can pray all day, but if you have not got the essence of mercy in your heart, and you can't have a dialogue with people, and you cannot show respect, stay at home. Simple.
It's true.
No, for sure.
You have not understood nothing about the religion. You do not represent the Prophet. The Prophet is free from you. The Prophet is nothing to do with you. The religion has nothing to do with you. You're not mentally well. You need to go home. You need to basically think about what you're doing. Think about what Islam is actually about, and think about, is Islam only about rituals, or is it something deeper than that?
No, yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, like, no one's gonna force you. Like, if you want to do what you want to do, like, don't publicize it, okay? Because like at the end of the day, we don't want it to be like the face of Islam, you know?
Yeah, no, obviously it's embarrassing, bro. They're embarrassing us. You get it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but what you have to understand is that different people have different interpretations of what Islam is.
No, well, I mean, not if you're in Speaker's Corner.
That's true. Well, actually, no. I mean, you got Shias, you got Sunnis.
No,
you got
yeah, I know, but
Qurans.
like that Steve guy, man, like that Steve guy, like if you listen to that guy speaking when he's calm and everything, like some good things can come out of his mouth. But then when he's faced with like Salafis around him, the guy goes nuts, man. And like it's going on like, or like 90%. Let's be honest. Like what, 87%, 90% of the Muslims in Speaker's Corner are Salafi. So like,
but Steve said something very, very. If you watch one of his videos this week, I think it's with Lamine. He says every week I keep on telling myself that Islam is not like.
Yeah. I just watched it yesterday.
Yeah, and he says every week I try to give Muslims the benefit of the doubt, but then I come here and it's so true. Like, with Steve, I've had a conversation with him. The guy is actually a reasonable guy. He gets a bit emotional.
You know what it is, Saracen? I'll be honest with you.
He's quite smart as well.
Saracen, you got to be quite mature. I'll tell you what it is. These lot in the park and this mentality and this theology that they follow, it tends to bring out the worst out of people.
Yeah.
So meaning what happens is, because you interact with them and because of the way they act towards you, it ends up making you like them. And this is what's scary.
Are you talking about my debate with Omar, bro?
No, you're cool. Saracen,
Zachariah, I mean, like Zachariah.
No, I'm talking about the non-Salafi lot. I'm talking about the guys that go there, whether you're Christian, Kemet, Shia.
Yeah.
What happens is, because they show you so much hate, that ends up rubbing off on you. So you've got to be careful to not let you become one of them.
Yeah. You remind me of. You remind me of.
Down.
So Steve, sometimes if he says Steve has some rants, Tan's gone off the hook, etc., etc. You need basically
Even Sarah,
they create even Sarah, but Sarah's
Sarah
been
wasn't like
Sarah's
Sarah
been
never
affected by it,
hated
bro.
Islam initially. He was. I remember when I went to the park about 5 years ago. He would ask some very very good questions, but
But
it
I
was
know
never
that the thing is, if you watch Sarah's old
No,
videos,
yeah.
you watch Sarah's old videos, and you watch Sarah, and then you watch Sarah's newer videos, you can see, and but obviously you can see the way they go on with him, bro. Of course, he's gonna. I get it, bro. He says controversial stuff. I get that, but at the same time, because of the way they act, it pushes it forward, and then obviously it's pushed him to a phase where he's now thinking, all right, so maybe it is the religion. So, bro, this is what happens, isn't it? This is what happens,
made
bro.
me change? You know what
You
made
push
change?
people
What
away
made
from
me
it.
change, brother? You know what made me change?
Yeah,
I
go on.
was actually watching this thing with Big Bro talking to Mohammed Tawheed and Abdul Hamid, where them two shit themselves. Yeah, but anyway, that aside, that aside, you know, I used to heckle Big Bro, but when I watched that video and he really hit it down, he was talking about freedom of speech, and then he told me, and he was saying, what are you saying? Basically, Sarah's got 2 children. And he comes there, and you don't want to do a stabbing thing. I just thought, what kind of low life are these people in this park, bro? If that's true, do you know what I mean?
And not only that, apparently they called up. Apparently they tried to bell up his line at 2 in the morning or something.
That's wrong, man. That's wrong.
Do you know how I know? Do you know how I know that's possible?
I'll never stick with
Shall I tell you how that's possible? Shall I tell you how that's possible? Because they try to say to me, "Oh, I know where you work."
Yeah.
So that's how I know.
Abdul Hamid who said that.
That's how I know they blatantly must have phoned up Sarah's line at 2 in the morning.
Message me on Facebook as well. We know who you are. This, that, the other. That's how they are, bro.
That's how they are, bro. So I can see, and we're Muslim, Saracen. Do you get it?
Yeah. No according to them though.
No, according to them, bro.
Of course, according to them, no one's Muslim, but the 10 man in the park.
Yeah.
No one's Muslim except those who challenge other to like MMA matches.
Oh yeah, MMA is a very important part of it.
I don't get it, bro. What is this new freaking style of debating people? Yo, I won't hurt you illegally, but I'll hurt you legally. Like, what the heck are you on?
I know, but Saracen, don't you think there's a greater issue in like mosques and that where you get Salafi type preachers spreading rumors?
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember.
Wait, hang on. Let me finish quickly. Because some of my mates, right? So when I was growing up, I used to have the same whole, like coming up with the whole, Shia rumors. You worship Fatima, you worship a stone. Is Imam Ali meant to be prophet and all that? And later I asked him, where are you getting this from? And he's telling me about all these rumors being spread, and he's getting them from the elders. And do you get what I mean? There's a whole, because they present themselves as Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, as if they represent the whole Sunni Islam.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they're the most.
Saracen, you look, tell you, there's a guy on this chat. What's his name? K Iqbal. And he's going, "Oh, Raza, you're not Muslim." He just deleted that message, and I said, and he's been trying to troll me, So I go to him, jump on the chat, and we'll have a debate, and we'll find out who's Muslim now. And guess what he does? He deletes his text message.
They run. That's the thing. They're all big mans in the chat. They're big mans on the in the comments.
And you know what? You know what's funny about you know what's funny about Sarah though? Let me tell you what's funny about that. Is that what happened, because obviously it doesn't take a genius. I followed what happened. Every time Sarah tries to explain why he came to the park, guess what they say? Oh, but you came to the park, and he's like, yes, but do you know what happened before that? Do you know that I got threatened and I got told I'm gonna do this next man told me he's gonna do X, Y, Z to me? They're like, no, but you came to the park. It's like they completely dismiss what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I'm not even taking sides there. I'm just trying to say they don't even listen to the other person's point of view.
They don't want to listen to the other point of view. They're intolerant, bro. They think their actual ideology to be intolerant, and if they can't, they label you, or they excommunicate you and stuff. And that's why for Thug, it's a natural progression. You come out of jail, you become Harvey straight, bro.
No, but Saracen, they haven't read their own literature, so they just go in off what they're taught.
That's because a lot of them aren't critically minded. Unfortunately. That's the problem. And
has K Iqbal gone into hyper mode? Is he hibernating? K Iqbal's hibernating now, man. He disappeared.
Who?
Cake Bar, man, my troll, the one that was trolling me. Where's he gone,
Oh,
man?
he's gone. I think he's changed his name to Gamer Man.
Oh.
Saracen, you're
No,
disrespectful towards Omar.
I don't think that's someone else. He's saying there's another guy called Gamer Man.
Listen to this, Reza. Check this, yeah. These guys won't call out people like Omar who've been racially abusing.
They're gonna call me out, though.
But they'll call me out.
Yeah.
For attack. The guy's not even that old. I don't. Why is this old man? Do you know what I mean? Wasn't Abu Jahl old? Walid bin Mughira
I don't really understand that logic of someone's old so they can say what they want. I don't really understand that logic.
Yeah, it's stupid. These old people shouldn't be talking in front of a camera. I'm sorry,
if you're old, aren't you supposed to be setting an example?
Exactly, brother. And he's setting a bad example. And then he had to go at Shamsi's family and his mum, didn't he?
Say that again?
See that video? You know, that idiot Omar. He had to go at Shamsi's family. He goes, one head of this brother, you know, the jihadi guy.
You brought up Shamsi's family?
Better than your whole family. Yeah, bro. Shamsi went in on him, bro.
I heard that. That was despicable.
Uncle Omar?
Yes, man.
Yeah,
he was talking to he's the mother of a mutta or something. What's a mutta? I don't know.
Temporary
marriage that she was believing. He said that to Saracen as well, man.
Yeah, like, you know, and he's supposed to be a big man.
Saracen. He actually, I don't know if he's literally dumb or he doesn't realize. I think he actually believes you're Shia, you know.
Yeah, I think he does, bro.
Anyone who says Ali is Shia, like that's what they think.
He actually doesn't understand that in a Sunni tradition, there's a concept called Tawassul Istighatha. He doesn't understand it.
But bro, the guy's Madkhali. It's like a subsect of like Salafis. Obviously,
not Shamsi. Omar.
Yeah, Omar. Sorry, I'm talking about Omar. Yeah, he said it. Yeah, bro, I'm not joking.
Shamsi's Madkhali. He's Saudi.
Omar, bro, trust me.
Out of all the Wahhabis, I'd rather them become like more like Shamsi.
Bro, I'm not joking. Watch the Omar's video with you on COE. He says it. I'm Madkhali. I'm not joking. Watch it.
He cusses Madkhalis, bro. Then he goes into all the marriages that they have with women.
You sure he cusses them? Because I heard he's not. Yeah, okay.
No, he's not Madkhali. He hates the Saudi
He's
government.
definitely not. Yeah, he's definitely not Madkhali, man.
Wait,
okay, but like at the end of the day, the guy's Salafi, right?
Yeah, but
so it says a lot about Tawassul and Istighatha. They don't believe in it, so you know.
Yeah, but that's why they don't understand. That's why when Saracen says it, they're like, "Oh, Shia." They literally have no idea. The guy's so blank. He thinks Saracen's Shia.
Bro, I don't think so. I think he knows, but it's his way of excommunicating Saracen. He's like, "Oh no, the guy's Shia. He's kafir." Because if he didn't say he's Shia, do you really think he would say he's kafir? He wouldn't dare, bro.
No,
he wouldn't dare.
No. Omar's mentally ill as well. We have to understand that he's mentally ill, and it doesn't excuse what he's saying. But
no, it doesn't, bro. What the heck? No way.
I said it doesn't.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Relax.
Yeah,
relax.
Is he ill?
You can see it in his eyes, bro. You can see it in his eyes.
Some people just tend to be nasty, bro.
Yeah,
he's
to be done.
If he was mentally ill, why would you follow him?
Yeah.
I think that's just a front. I think he's just a vile individual.
I think he's just not like the way he was talking to Saracen that day. He's just a nasty guy, man. Like he's just a nasty. He's never had a conversation with Saracen. He's bringing up, "Oh, you son of Mutta, astaghfirullah. Oh, you say you're Ali, you're a kafir." Like what? Doing open excommunicating Saracen. Like, bruv, you just done takfir, which basically means you tried to excommunicate Saracen, which by the way doesn't mean anything because it's not. You don't get to excommunicate no one. You're no one. But literally,
I thought you could. Though. Ibn Taymiyyah said you could.
Oh yeah, of course.
But they don't care, bro. They don't care. Like at the end of the day, like they don't care about your feelings. You know, like anyone who doesn't agree with them, he's kafir. You know, they want to monopolize Islam and the Prophet for them. You know.
You know what it is, bro. We've got a lot of stupid Muslims out there as well that actually look up to people like Omar. And then when they excommunicate, then what does that make? That makes your blood halal because then suddenly
and your woman halal and everything.
That's it, and it's dangerous, bro. But at the same time, we've got to speak out, and that's why if there's a few of us and there's more and more people, bro. Do you know how many Muslims came up to me after that and said, "Thank you very much for speaking up against this idiot"? we didn't have enough guts because of the speakers corner crowd. They all jump on you and say, "Oh, bro,
Yeah,
you know, you're not. You shouldn't
yeah,
say
that's
that."
the problem.
That's the problem. You have
You
to. I
don't
get it,
want to
you
be
know,
public
because the
enemy,
guy's
bro.
speaking in
Like,
public.
No, but Saracen, you're like the only Sunni
You're
at
the only
Speaker's
Sunni
Corner
there,
who's
though.
jumping, because no one else, everyone else who is Sunni, they're like hiding, or they just jump on the Salafi vibe. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what
I
it is?
respect you so much
It takes
because
a few
you do.
people to give them guts. No, but we have to. If I jump on it, then look, Paul says it, then Shamsi says it. More and more people, the more we speak up against it, and it's collective, bro. It shouldn't just be left anonymous.
You know, but you know about those ones where, you know, when they spoke against the extremist guy, yeah, let's be real, innit? Only Paul and Shamsi really meant it. The rest of them were like, only Paul and Shamsi were like, you could see, bro, they're hard body, innit? The rest of them were like, yeah, brother,
Reza.
yeah, brother,
You know
shouldn't be an
there's gonna be
extremist.
a few. You know there's gonna be a few next week that speak to him for hits, innit?
Yeah. Now it's gonna be like, no, I spoke to him as well. I'm against extremists as well. Look, COE, look at record me, COE. Black man don't know those tricks,
No,
man.
he is quite racist, and he is.
Do you know what? Let me just put this out there, yeah, gentlemen. For some reason, my gut instinct, yeah, you know the guy that you're calling an extremist. For some reason, my gut instinct tells me he's a police. I don't know why. Just
wait, who?
The same guy that just come out of jail. For some reason.
No, he's not. He lives near my area in Edmonton, yeah. The guy, you know what? Shall I tell you something, bro? I actually feel sorry for him because he's not a bad guy. I know in his heart he's not a bad guy, yeah? Right? Yeah. But he's misled. He's misled so badly, bro. You know when the first Islam that he came across and he was sucked into it was this extremist Islam, bro. Now, obviously, those who know,
Check this. You see, the thing is this, something ain't right there, because you know what? He said something, and then he made another video to correct what he said before. Correct himself. Yeah. Ordinarily, extremist, you're like, yeah, I said it. What? Say something. What are we going to do? What? Do you understand?
No, you know what it is? His boy has just been sent down in jail, bro. Anjem Chowdhury. I think he's realized, all right, bro, I need to be careful.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, that one who didn't wanna say much in front of Paul.
You know, with Anjem Chowdhury, bro, you know, they coach you, yeah, they tell you to stay within the parameters of the law. You get these private halakas, you sit down, and they tell you what to say, what not to say, and not to go past the thing because this is the terrorism act. They actually go through that with you in private halakas.
He's a lawyer, isn't he?
It's cultish. It's cultish. The whole thing's a cult. Let's be honest.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then what they do, they've gone quiet, but they do their underground work.
This is that same guy, Saracen. That I read what was it in the newspaper when his case was happening? You probably just read the paper randomly. I see him, and when his case was happening, he got put in front of the judge. This extremist guy in the park now, when the judge told him to get up, he goes, "I only get up for Allah." He never got up.
Because that's what Anjem used to tell people.
He never got up. He never got up. I don't really know what happened after that, but it said in the article in the newspaper that he said, "I'll only get up for Allah. I can't get up for you."
Yeah, because that's it. But he's brainwashed. But what I'm saying to him, I was in Edmonton Mosque. I was in Edmonton Mosque about a year ago. American Sheikh called Sheikh Umar Sulaiman. He's a Salafi, but he's very good, very, very knowledgeable. And he came up to us, and he went up to Sheikh Umar Sulaiman, and he was speaking to him. But you could see he was looking to find out where he was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? He would never do that in public. And Sheikh Omar was telling him stuff, but Sheikh Omar had to go. Sheikh Omar Sulaiman from America. He's massive in America at the moment. Yeah, he had to go. But what I'm saying is people like that are naive. They know in their heart what they're doing is wrong, but they need some evidence. I'll tell you who can make a difference. People like Shamsi, Adnan, Rashid. Those are two people I think can change people like that. People like me, no chance. But I've read, I'm excommunicated already. I'm
out as well. I'm out as well.
Guys, don't say that.
Wait, Raza, were you ever in?
I nearly got in, man. But then I nearly got in, and they clocked it, man.
Family, one second. There's a few people that want to actually get into the show, so I'm just going to check on everybody who hasn't already spoken. BMT. All right, cool. BMT's dropped. Who else is there? Nasaba. Peace, peace, peace.
Yeah, drop Lorenzo, man. He's somewhat of a troll.
No.
Brother, you remember them days?
Yo,
Yeah.
Nasaba.
Yeah. I'm here.
All right, cool. Let's see who else is here. Lorenzo, you there? Lorenzo, please speak up fast.
Strike 2.
It seems as though they want to get you out of here, and I don't want to eject.
Hey, he left.
He only says one word, man. He only says liar.
All right, cool.
No, but
All right, Nasaba. I haven't heard your voice yet, though, man. Do you want to actually say anything?
You know what? I wanted to come on earlier, Kalam, but it was to do with the question when somebody was asking about was the virgin birth inserted into the gospels and things of that nature. But obviously, the conversation has moved on from there.
Bring it back, man. You could bring it back still.
No, it was just a quick, simple and short answer is yes. And the way we know that is because the if we're talking historically, now the followers of who everyone calls Jesus Christ, whose real name was Yahushua, they were called the Abe name in the original language, which historically is the Ebionites. And if you follow their doctrine and see what they actually stood for, they rejected most of Paul's writings. They rejected Paul and his writings. And they held on to the one and true and only so-called gospel, which was the gospel of Matthew written in Hebrew. So it was actually originally written in Hebrew. And they didn't believe in the virgin birth. And when we talk about the Ebionites, we're talking about Yahushua himself. Because the word Abe name in Hebrew means the poor. So they call themselves the poor. So whenever you read the Gospels and you hear them talk about the poor, that's their group and their community. So historically, you can see what they believed in. They didn't believe in the virgin birth. They believed there was a infiltration from the Gentile converts. So I just wanted to correct that because it was the Gentile converts who brought that belief in. They presupposed their presupposed notions into the text.
All right, love that. That's cool. That's that Hebrew injection right there. Where is Megatron though? Where's Megatron at? Would love to see him and see what
Megatron came with a mission for Gabs, bro. He came and done what he had to do. he came for Gabs, bro.
Yeah, man. Give some medicine to the medicine man.
Once I gave him the medicine, there was nothing more, bro. There was nothing more to say. Once I told him,
Callum or Gabs, just a quick question. I did say it in the chat earlier, but I wanted to know if any of you lot can actually read Medunetta like phonetically.
No, I tell you now, I can't read the Medunetta. I know a few words, but I can't read it like that.
The reason being is I wanted to see if anybody could read the Soleb inscription, where they have the Israelite deities inscribed in Kemet, and see how it was phonetically sounded. Because I've heard somebody say how they think it was phonetically sounded. So I wanted someone who knew Medunetta to be able to break it down and see how they phonetically sounded and knew. Because all this Yahweh and Yahweh and all these things, they're all wrong, you know.
So which word is this?
This is the one that you know the name of the deity of Israel, Yahushua.
Okay. But is it?
You know what they say, what they call Yahweh or whatever.
Yeah. So do you have the hieroglyphs?
Yeah.
Do you have the hieroglyphs?
If you just do a quick Google search and put the Soleb inscription, it will come up.
What's it called?
Soleb, so SOLEB inscription.
Oh, Soleb.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got it. Let me just double check. Screen share. Is that what you took my hair?
Yeah.
Let me quickly open link in New tab. Okay. Jesse. No, that's not even good enough. Let's try to open image in new tab. But it flips upside down. Okay. I'll try to read this down here. So it basically, this person here is like a foreigner captured, somebody who's been captured, right?
Yeah.
And then it says they are the Shasu.
Mm-hmm.
So Shasu could potentially be the people, the rulers of the lake. That's what it would actually transcribe into, if that's not an actual name. And then you have Yahoo here.
And you would pronounce it as Yahoo.
Yahoo, yeah.
Interesting. Not Yao.
Yao? Nah. It's Yahoo.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We've got my brother in. I think we've got a Salafia brother in. Let me say welcome to my brother Ibrahim. Peace to you, King.
What's going on?
Good. I don't know.
Ibrahim, are you gamer?
Say that again?
Are you the gamer guy? Like gamer guy from the chat?
No. Kalam knows me. I'm not no gamer guy, bro.
Bless. Just the little guy on the chat, Kalam, trying to. Oh yeah, when I see you in the park, bro, watch. He's trying to do them usual ones, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't know about no gamer guy, but alhamdulillah, I'm a Sunni Salafi. I don't know what it is. I must have come on the YouTube and I heard Madkhali Salafi, all this stuff straight away. So I thought, yo, what's going on? Let's get into the chat.
We were basically discussing Shamsi's school of thought, innit, compared to the other Salafis in the park, innit?
Alhamdulillah.
So Shamsi is obviously different to the rest of them, man, innit?
It depends who you refer to as them lot, because to be honest with you,
yeah.
From our perspective, there's only one type of Salafi. You don't have different Salafis. You see, you know how they within Shia and Sufi school of thought, they have different tariqas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Within Salafiyya, there's only one strand of Salafism. Anything that goes in extremes, obviously you're either takfiri or khariji, or you are in it. But go on, carry on.
No, but you see, like the way Shamsi is, and like that Sunni Dawah team, them lot are. You can tell they move different in it. You can tell that they are, and they actually always say, "Listen, no one in this park is Salafi apart from us." They basically say it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because they're on a specific methodology, and they're basically what you could call, in a sense, orthodox, isn't it?
Yeah, Sunni Salafi, yeah, orthodox.
You would say that they represent.
So do you follow that? Do you follow what Shamsi's on, or do you follow?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, that's what we like.
Yeah, but what we were trying to say is that the way Shamsi them lot move in the park, they actually at least are basically speaking against the extremism element around the park. So when we're talking about madkhalis, or I know you might not like to read that term, so the term wasn't to offend you, but it was just to basically differentiate you lot because of the other lot in the park, because the other lot in the park are quite extremist, takfiri kind of type. So Shamsi speaks against all of that. So we were actually saying that Shamsi is one of the only ones in the park that are on this, like on a religious vibe, because the rest of them are nuts, bro.
When you say rest of them, can you name me some names, because I want to.
Everyone else.
Abdul Hamid,
Mohammed Tawheed.
Everyone else.
He's not Salafi. He openly, I've got a video on my phone where he openly says, "I'm not a Salafi." Like I've seen some of these videos, and a lot of these guys that, to be honest with you, I don't know any of you brothers personally, but I've seen some Shia and some of the Sufis. They say, "Oh, these Salafis, this and that." Some of these brothers don't even call themselves Salafi. You see, and that's why
I don't say Salafi. I say Wahhabi.
Yeah, even with them, like I don't like to be honest with you, some of these guys, yeah, I honestly and genuinely see them to be takfiri and khariji. If you was to use that term, I don't mind.
Okay, Ibrahim, can I ask, how can we call them khariji when the whole essence of khariji is if you commit a sin, you're out of the fold of Islam?
Not necessarily.
Because they don't believe that. If I'm wrong, correct me. Isn't that one of the fundamental beliefs of the khariji?
I think he's trying to say the mentality.
No. In terms of the Khawarij, then there's many distinguishing characteristics of a Khariji. Yeah. You're right in the term. In the sense where you say one of the distinguishing characteristics of a Khariji is that they make takfir upon major sins. Now, in this day and age, you won't see them making takfir upon major sins because they know that if they start doing that, straight away when I say you're a Khariji, so they mask.
Ibrahim, can I ask you a question then? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you follow the teachers Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab?
Yeah, we refer to him.
Okay, so you follow the nullifiers of the Deen, right?
Yep. But
so me and Raza, we will do tawassul, which is intercession via what we.
Yeah.
Does that take us out of the fold of Islam?
It's even shirk, so.
No, tawassul isn't shirk.
So wait. You just said it's shirk, yeah? So that takes us out of the fold of Islam.
No. Yeah. Tawassul isn't shirk. Tawassul isn't shirk. Istighatha is shirk.
You mean shafa'a is not shirk? I think he meant shafa'a is not shirk.
No. You think istighatha is shirk. We don't say shirk. The consensus of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah is not shirk.
Al-Sunnah, in terms of who though, from the Salaf?
Ash'ari or Maturidi.
Ash'ari, Maturidi, most of the Hanafi,
the majority.
Shafi, Maliki and Hanbali scholars. Although I know there's some Hanbali scholars who have disagreed on that, but it's a minority opinion. But the reason I ask you that, bro, is that's why I say Wahhabis are all Khawarij. Because what they've done, they've made takfir on which is excommunicated the majority of Muslims, be it Sunni or Shia. That's why I think all Wahhabis are Khawarij.
Wait. Ibrahim, just to mention that point, you said like you have evidence that Muhammad Tawheed said he's not Salafi. Yeah. Bro, we have evidence that Muhammad Tawheed said, I follow Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab.
Can I just say something to you? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, when I say I'm a Salafi, you have to understand something. Yeah? You know, in terms of ISIS and Daesh and stuff like that, they claim to follow Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. Yeah. But if you refer to brothers like Shamsi and stuff like that, they will expose to you how they misquote Sheikh Muhammad. Let me give you an example, yeah? Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, yeah, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned that whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then he is a kafir, yeah? Right? That's from the nullifiers of Islam if you read it, right? Yes or no?
But isn't it up to him to decide what Allah has revealed? Because remember, we're dealing with scripture. With scripture, it can be interpreted.
Saracen, I was making a point.
I know. I'm addressing that point.
No, but you can't address it because I haven't finished it.
Go on then.
I was mentioning something to you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Go on.
So Daesh, yeah, they make takfir upon all of the Muslim rulers based on this statement of Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, but they don't go to the sharh. Who explained this? If you refer to our Salafi scholars today who explain this statement, like, let me give you some examples, yeah? Like Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymeen. How did he explain this? He said, if you refer back to the Sahaba, like for example, Abdullah ibn Abbas and his tafsir of the verse.
Kufr duna kufr.
Exactly. There you go. Now Daesh, they won't say to you kufr duna kufr. They'll just use the statement of Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab and blindly make takfir upon everyone. You see, so the difference between Daesh and Sunni Salafis is that we refer back to the sharh, the shuruh, yeah, the explanations. They blindly take verses from the Quran and verses from the scholars, and then they use that to make takfir. For example, yeah, I'm going to give you one last example, yeah, the verse in the Quran where it says, kill them wherever you find them. Daesh uses that, right? But what Muslims, what do we know? This was referred to a specific context, to a specific time, to a specific place. We can't use this verse today. This is my point. This is why we are different to people who claim to follow shit.
But Ibrahim, bro, they will just turn around and say, why should we follow your scholars? What about these scholars who said this? So how do you answer that?
Good point.
Okay, you made a very good point, yeah. The way I'd explain and refute them is this, yeah.
Ibrahim, can I pause you for 1 second? Guess what they're saying? Guess what they're saying about you in the comments?
Go on.
You're blinded by the scholars of the palace.
Whatever, man.
Well, I mean, they do believe that Madkhali.
But you see what I mean, though. You see what I mean, though, bro. Like next man's come to speak, and they can't even give him that respect. they're not well, bro.
Listen, rather.
Man, finish. Ibrahim, finish your point, please.
Yeah, let
Sorry,
him
Ibrahim,
finish.
go on.
Listen,
Yeah.
look. If anyone wants to speak about Palestine, come on the chat and don't come because I can't see
Yeah,
the
it's
comment.
true. It's true. Respect Ibrahim for coming on, bro.
Yeah, Ibrahim, go. Ibrahim, go.
Anyway, sorry, what was I saying, man? I forgot now.
You were talking
scholars,
about. He
scholars.
asked you a question about like they have their own like.
Oh yeah. Saracen made a point, yeah. So let me give you an example. Like today, I was dealing with the extremists today, yeah. They bring a scholar, well, not a scholar. I don't seem to be a scholar. He's actually in jail in Saudi now for extremist. His name is Sulaiman Al-Alwan, yeah. Sulaiman Al-Alwan. He basically makes takfir upon the rule and stuff like that, based on the verse in the Quran in Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 44. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then they are from the kafirun, they're from the disbelievers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to a takfiri who brings this verse and brings his Ulwan's explanation, I'm gonna say to you, bro, you can refer to Ulwan. I'm gonna refer to Abdullah ibn Abbas. I've got the tafsir of Abdullah ibn Abbas in my
this guy, yeah,
now translated in English. I'm gonna say to him, Akhi, the Sahabi Jalil, he mentioned that this is kufr duna kufr, and I'm gonna give him the tafsir of that. I'm gonna give him the tafsir of Tafsir at-Tabari, which I've got translated. I'm gonna give him the tafsir of even Ibn Taymiyyah, which they misquote. One thing you have to understand is this: you know, these takfiris and kharijis, they make us look bad by misquoting Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah and Shaykh al-Islam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, because a lot of these things, a lot of these statements that you see copied and pasted online, yeah, they have connotations and they have explanations to it. Let me give you an example. Do you know, yeah, Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, you know, when in Egypt in his time, there were people who used to be called Sufi. I don't know what strand of Sufis they were, but they used to do something like which we'd refer to today as grave worship, yeah. You know, Sheikh
There's
Muhammad.
no such thing. There's no such thing. But okay, carry on.
No, but let the brother make the point, man.
Let him finish his point.
You know that Sheikh Ibn Abdul Wahhab said, Wallahi, I won't make takfir upon them until I go to them and clarify the matter to them, and then maybe after that, then the takfir will be made. If you look at our scholars today, yeah, we won't, like, for example, let's say Sheikh Al-Albani, rahimahullah, yeah, Sheikh Al-Albani, you know, he actually said that in terms of making takfir upon people who make istighatha, you can't do it blindly straight away. If someone says to you, Akhi, I make istighatha, you can't say, yo, you're a kafir straight away. There's something called udhr bijahal. And even with that, a scholar has to speak to you and clarify the matter to you. And if the matter is not clarified to you properly in a proper way, then we can't make takfir upon you. You understand?
But what if we don't agree with that scholar in the first place? We don't accept
no, that's a valid point, because at the end of the day, you're like, it's a man who's telling you. You're not like understanding from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So
yeah, okay, but what is my point? My point is this.
But follow it through, Ibrahim. What happens? Let's say your scholar comes and speaks to me.
Yeah.
I say no, I'm still gonna do it. I'm in Saudi Arabia, still gonna do it. I then get excommunicated and I'll get killed, right? Let's be honest.
I don't know if you'd be killed. I don't know.
No, we'll be killed, bro.
You'd have your head chopped off.
Let me make a good point. Let me make a point to Ibrahim, yeah, because again, he's trying to express his difference between. I get what you're saying, Ibrahim, in terms of your difference between you lot and the extremist lot. I get that, but let me, with all due respect, yeah, in terms of the foundations of the schools, yeah, let's go a bit down to the foundations, yeah. Let me tell you what my issue is with what you call the Salafi school.
Yeah.
The foundations of the school, Ibrahim, go down to people like Ibn Taymiyyah and Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. Would you agree?
No, I wouldn't agree.
And Ibn Saud. I mean, bro, he'd probably argue it goes down to like Ibn Abbas and the Salafist Salih.
I get that. Okay, let me. Okay, I get it. You're gonna say they originally get it from the Prophet. I get it. But let's just say, are they Muhammad ibn Wahhab and Ibn Taymiyyah? They are pivotal figures in the movement. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, go on.
They're pivotal figures. They're Shaykh al-Islam. They're pivotal figures. So my point here is that people like Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, bro, have you studied this guy's life?
Not in totality. I've studied
like look at what his father and his brothers thought about.
Nothing. Let me make the point so that the brother understands where I'm coming from. What I'm trying to say to you, Ibrahim, is that in his life, like, he's got a book called The Nullifiers of the Deen that Saracen was talking about, and I know the Salafi
Yeah,
The,
no,
the orthodox Salafi position about tawassul, where they say it's a bid'ah, they don't say shirk. That's
yeah.
fine. But you do realize in his book, he called that a nullifier of faith. He didn't say what you're saying. He called that a nullifier of faith, tawassul.
Are you sure?
Yes, Saracen's got the reference.
Let me get the book up now. Yeah.
Oh, you got it, yeah?
I don't have it at home with me now, so I'm gonna have to literally Google the book. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, that's cool. No, check it out, man. One of the Saracen, what is it? Nullifier 2 or 3?
Nullifiers of the deen, yeah. Point 1 is sound. Point 2, 3 goes haywire. That's what the problem is, bro. And those are the same texts that ISIS used to justify killing non-Muslims.
And Ibrahim, if you're learned in the tradition, which it sounds like you definitely are, you know with tawassul there's ikhtilaf. I'll give you the example.
Yeah, you're right.
Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal believed in tawassul. You know that, right?
Yeah, but one thing you have to realize is this, yeah. So okay, let me just mention something like a side point very quickly in terms of how we derive rulings and stuff like that, yeah. Will be maybe different to Saracen and the other brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
With the Salafis, look, Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, that's all the way down. Where do we start from? Obviously, the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahaba, the Tabi'in, and the Atba'u Tabi'in, the former Dhahib, and their students, you get me, all the way to Ahmad bin Hanbal, all the way to Imam al-Barbahari and stuff like that. You understand? Our beliefs don't come from Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab. They come from the Salaf first, the 3 generations. You see, so
which first 3 generation, bro? You know that amongst the Salaf, they fought amongst themselves. There was multiple.
No, but this is my point.
Salaf
Like,
do you follow? You can choose which Salaf do you follow.
But you know, this is the point, Ibrahim. The point I was making was that when it comes to, I'll give you an example with Salaf, there's ikhtilaf on a lot of issues. Like, I'll give you an example. For someone to call tawassul a bid'ah, but yet you have Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal believing in bid'ah.
Okay, let me answer that.
Go on.
With that, we'd say the Aimma of the Salaf, they did make mistakes, and I'll give you a statement of Imam rahimahullah. He said everyone's statement is either accepted or rejected except for that person who is residing in that grave, and he pointed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's grave. If Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahimahullah, which he did, let's not tell a lie, he did
alhamdulillah. He did.
What a Salafi will say to you is this: look, Imam Ahmad, he's the Imam of Ahlul Sunnah, but he made a mistake. Likewise, the other Ayyimah from the former Dhahib, and even from the Salaf, they did make mistakes. You see,
but Ibrahim, you see,
wait.
Let me just finish one point. But Ibrahim, do you see how that's, according to your view, it's a make a mistake? According to our view, it's valid. We're saying they were right in it. Like, I'll give you an example. You know Imam Shawkani, Ibrahim?
Yeah, Imam Shawkani. Yeah.
He was clear on tawassul. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not just giving you like little scholars. I'm giving you giants right now. You get it?
Okay, but
yeah. I'll give you an example. Imam Malik, Imam Shawkani, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal. These are giants, bro.
Yeah, of course.
So if these lot got it wrong and they were doing bid'ah, we're like, no, they got it wrong, they got it right, and the people that is stopping it, they're on bid'ah. Do you get it?
No, but the thing is this, you know, in terms of that, you know, we do refer to the hadith, even though we say they made a mistake in the ijtihad, we still say that obviously based on the hadith, which is an authentic narration, that the hakim, in terms of his rulings, if he gets it wrong,
it's not authentic, but okay.
No. He's trying to. I respect what you're saying, Ibrahim, and that's a good principle. But then that position where you're coming from, like the way you're coming across quite moderate in that regard. But a normal Salafi, when he speaks to you, I'm talking about proper Salafis, they'll say, no, you're on bid'ah. They won't say, brother, we know there's ikhtilaf, we take this opinion, you take that. If you came to me, Ibrahim, and you said
they don't believe there's ikhtilaf in the first place. They don't believe there's ikhtilaf.
But they do, because he knows that other scholars believed in it, so he knows there's ikhtilaf on it. Do you get it?
No, can't deny that.
No, but he believes that the scholars were wrong.
No, but obviously, so that's his opinion. That's fine. So if he comes to me and says there's an ikhtilaf on it, I follow this opinion. I feel that opinion is wrong. No problem. But the thing is, they don't come with that. They don't come with that. They come with your own bid'ah.
No, definitely.
Can I say something?
That's not.
You know what it is, Ibrahim, bro? I've been where you've been. Yeah, at uni, bro, I used to have that white thing above my ankles, wear the red tablecloth thing on my head. You know what I mean? Used to look scruffy and stuff. Alhamdulillah, I still had women on my case, yeah?
Okay, so wait, how does that relate to me? How do you know?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just telling you the Salafi dress code, innit?
Why
and
can't we,
stuff.
why,
But what I'm saying is, all the arguments that you're telling me now, bro, I've heard them. I used to go around preaching them, bro. So, but then when you come to the crux of it, let's
what
be, bro,
Harrison?
and this is what I'm saying, Ibrahim, I'm telling you sincerely as a brother, yeah? I'm saying sincerely as a brother. And
Yeah.
you know, when you actually look at this nonsense, bro, you get spoon-fed what to believe. This, we don't take this opinion, we take this opinion, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You get told, oh, this person made a mistake, this person made, oh, but we take this. You pick and choose which salaf to follow, and then you get pick and choose what scholars. You miss a whole part of the ummah, the rest of the ummah. You're not tolerant to other views, yeah? You don't get told what Ibn Taymiyyah says in many of his fatwas. He went against 21 points of consensus. In his Majmu' Fatwa, yeah, on volume 14, page 85, yeah, he talks about anyone who makes loud intention can be killed. Anyone that prays without wudu can be killed. Anyone who does not pray towards the Qibla should be killed. Anyone, he will be killed if he doesn't do any of his prayers. But I can go on and on and on.
From the Majmu' al-Fatawa, can you bring them to Shamsi on Sunday?
Of course, brother. I'll give you I'm going to sit down with Shamsi. I'm going to meet
Shamsi's there. Shamsi's there.
I like Shamsi.
Shamsi's your guy, innit?
No, I've got Shamsi's number, and I'm going to sit down with Shamsi. And I said, look, I could be mistaken, and you could correct me, bro. But what I'm saying to you, the stuff that you guys come out with, bro, I'm just asking you to expand your brain.
Okay,
I love that you guys are challenging extremism in the park. I love it, bro. And I think the change is not going to come by people like me. It's going to come through people like Shamsi and stuff like that. But once you come out of the extremism, start opening your mind and start looking critically into what you believe and stuff like that.
You know what, Saracen,
just make you much more tolerant, bro.
I need to let Ibrahim reply to you as well, yeah. But Ibrahim, I'm just going to add two incidents, yeah.
Go on.
The reason why I've definitely got an issue with the school, with the foundation, because even though I respect that you men are against this extreme thing, but I believe on the foundational level, on the foundational level of your school, that it has extremist elements. Ask me how.
Go on.
Bro, there's incidents in the life of Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, and afterwards, there's two main incidents I want you to go and research, and then tell me what you think of it. You seem fair, innit? So I want you to just go check it out and be like, bro, this is clear terrorism. Watch this. There was an incident about the invasion of Taif. There's what you call the Taif massacre. Have you heard of it?
Nah, bro.
Now, just check it out, inshallah, when you can. The Taif massacre was in 1924. It was under the command of Abdul Aziz ibn Saud, and he took his whole group of, as you would call it, the Salafis, or whatever they would call it at that time, and they massacred.
Once again, you mentioned Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab. Was 1924 got to do with him?
No. I knew he was gonna bring that point. I knew he was. But
Okay,
listen,
wait,
bro.
hang on.
Listen. No, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Yo, let him finish.
Yeah, let me finish. I know exactly what Ibrahim, in terms of 1924, Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, I'm aware he died before that. However, the movement was continued by his followers. That's that movement of Abdul Aziz ibn Saud was done by his followers. So that movement that he started is the same people. If you want something closer to home, there's the massacre. So just check that. Just one reference is the Taif massacre. The second massacre is the massacre of Karbala.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I mentioned that point is because Raza mentioned the life of Muhammad Abdul Wahhab. When he said 1924, I was like, what?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I get that. But it's the movement, Axe. It's the movement. So this war of the massacre, it's not war. The massacre of Taif and the massacre of Karbala. They invaded Karbala and Taif and they annihilated. And this is all endorsed by the ulama of the time that was supporting Abdul Aziz. These are all the Saudi rulers that were obviously, these soldiers were all the Salafis. You get it?
Yeah, and let's also.
Can I ask Ibrahim a question? Ibrahim, do you blind follow the Saudi scholars?
Harrison, I want to ask you a question because you spoke and then Raza spoke and then.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad, bro. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah,
but let me just ask you this, and then you can ask me whatever you want. Do you blind follow the Saudi scholars of today?
No.
Do you think it's right? Do you think it's right that Sayyidina Abu Bakr's house has become an ATM machine? Bibi Khadija house has become a public toilet. All our heritage is being destroyed in Saudi Arabia. Do you condemn that?
Let Jacob ask his question, man. Jacob. Or whoever it was.
Ibrahim. But I think it was Nothingness I wanted to ask, or Ibrahim.
Yeah, Nothingness, sorry.
Let Ibrahim finish, then I'll go ahead, okay?
Okay.
Can I go after you, please?
You know what? Just take my spot, I guess.
Ibrahim, go on, bro.
Saracen. Okay, wait. I don't even know what to reply to.
Yeah, so I know there's a lot of man, bro. Sorry, it's not even like that. Yeah, but yeah.
No. Still. So try and be like mindful of that.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna stay like Saracen, you've asked the question. Let Ibrahim answer about the heritage and the toilets and how certain people, how Sahabi and the Ahlul Bayt, they're great, etc.
I'm not even gonna go to that because I want to mention what he said first, and then I'll go to the
go on, bro.
toilet thing on it. Saracen, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, did you yes or no? Did you say to me that you used to be a Salafi and stuff like that?
Correct.
Were you hardcore Salafi? Yeah.
I was involved in two types of Salafi, yeah. Those who know the first Salafi I was involved with was more Khawarij. And then I used to chill with Abu Khadija, Abu Khadija from Birmingham, yeah. And Abu Sufyan and that sort of group at City University. And then I went more towards the moderate Salafi after that, like Leytonstone Salafi. So yeah.
So you believe that Abu Khadija type of Salafis are Khawarij?
No, I don't think Abu Khadija is a Khawarij. No, the Khawarij was people like Anjam Chowdhury, Umar Bakr, and Muhammad.
So they're not Salafis, Takfiris, and that.
No, I believe all Wahhabis are Khawarij.
They believe they're Salafis, but yeah.
I believe all. No, my position is I believe all Wahhabis. I don't call them Salafi because I find the Salafi disrespectful. I call them all Wahhabis. I believe they're all Khawarij, but I think there's different strands of Khawarij, and I believe some Khawarij are still Muslim. So I would consider you and all of that Muslim, but I believe that there are other strands that you've left the fold of Islam.
Safe. Okay. When you use the term Wahhabi, you're using Allah's name.
Yeah, they always pull it up.
You can't guilt trip me with that one. You can't guilt trip me with that one. I used to use the same thing. Don't work on me anymore, bro.
Yeah, they love pulling that one.
Brothers, Ikhwa, did you see how I let the brother speak for how long, and then I even let Raza speak? Let me speak now, innit?
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. It's right, bro. Let Ibrahim speak, man.
Of course.
No need to jump up and start laughing, innit? Have some respect, inshallah. I want to laugh at you guys.
No, he's right, man. He's right.
Okay, Bismillah. Okay, in terms of you guys using the term Wahhabi, first of all, you guys know it's a derogatory, offensive term, yeah? You guys know that I'm in this chat and I don't like the term, and you're still using it. Fair enough. Secondly, the term Wahhabi, it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name, Al-Wahhab. If you was to curse someone using or use a derogatory term, which you know it is, using Allah's name, does that not make you feel some type of way? Would you ever go to someone and call them Rahmani or Rahimi or Hannani, Mannani, and to use these beautiful names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to brand a group of people? Okay, if you was to use the term Khariji, Takfiri and that...
Is there a question, bro? Because I can answer it if you want.
No, because I need to finish my point, inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah? So this is what I don't understand. A lot of these brothers, they use the term Wahhabi, which is Al-Wahhab. You can't say it's the name of Muhammad Abdul Wahhab, but first of all, whose name is it? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name. Yeah? It's one of his names and attributes. So if you want to carry on using that term Wahhabi, after knowing it's the name of Allah and you're using it as a derogatory term, I don't know what to say. If you use the term Takfiri and Khariji, I haven't got issue with that. You understand? Secondly, Saracen said, do you blind follow the Salafi scholars? My reply to that is, if I don't blind follow Ahmad ibn Hanbal, rahimahullah, why am I going to blind follow the scholars of today? I don't blind follow anyone, yeah? Secondly, he mentioned the ATM and the toilets and stuff like that. When did the Salafi ulama agree with that? And when did the Salafi ulama agree with every single action of the Saudi government? Because, boy, if you knew how the Salafi ulama go directly to the rulers and advise them, then you would know that a lot of things that the Saudi government... And let me just clarify another issue. Why is it always Saudi that's mentioned when it's referred to Salafis, like there isn't Salafis anywhere else, like in Kuwait, like in different areas in the world? Salafiyah doesn't come from Saudi, because Salafiyah existed before Saudi. Saudi wasn't there before when Ibn Taymiyyah was there. Before Ibn Taymiyyah was there, Salafi was still there. Before Imam al-Zahabi and before the ulama, before all the ulama that came down, Saudi, they came before Saudi. Secondly, no, I don't agree with the house of Abu Bakr radiallahu an. being turned into this, being turned into the house of Khadija radiallahu anha, being turned into this, being turned into that.
Thank you.
We don't like, I don't know why people assume that we love the Saudi government. No, we don't claim to love them. We don't claim that they're salihun, that they're righteous Muslim rulers, that they are the empires. Sorry, that's not empires. Sorry, that's wrong English. That they are the ambassadors of Islam. We don't claim that. I just want to clarify that, because a lot of people, and it does really offend me, because you haven't even asked me what my stance is. You like, people have, like, as soon as I've come in this chat, Raza even said it himself. Man, I'm like, palace. I don't know what they said. Something about palaces and that. Bruv, ask me first what I believe. Ask me what I believe about Saudi. Ask me what I believe about.
I asked you. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you.
Harold, Mr. Ibrahim, hello, my name's Buddha. I've been listening to you, and what I'd like you to do is maybe not personalize people's comments. So when they're saying that, I think it's more of a general term. They're not saying it specifically to you, yeah? So please try not to take it.
He sounds a bit butthurt.
Well, I don't know about butthurt.
Who's that?
Okay. Let me come back in here.
Who's that?
Yeah, buddy. It's 12:30, okay? I'm pretty sure the show's been going on for over 3 hours, touching that 4-hour mark and that. So I'm not even going to continue along with this show because I'm trying to relax, okay? I'm trying to relax today. So, yes, family, let me know if you guys have actually enjoyed the show. I know I've missed quite a lot. So if I missed a lot and you think I need to address anything, just quickly type right now that I missed something and I need to address it. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. Oh, man. So let's just quickly wait and see. Mala Uhuru, that's just regulating the Tinkiss Spence production in the building. Let's see who else is in here with us. Saeed Haider, Allied Atheist is here with us. K. Iqbal, Mango Tango. Yeah, all right, cool. Bigger Valley. He woke up when he hear but her stuck for Allah. You nasty piece of man, you. Funny, too funny, all right. Nope, I know that ain't no Sarah right there, because Sarah is a moderator, so that's somebody else pretending to be Sarah. Let's see. All right, you ain't got nothing to say to me like that? Nah, man, like Nas Shah in the building. What's good? Cool. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna continue this discussion off air, yeah, because boy, I'm trying to close it down. But is there any last dying points that needs to be made before I close the show down?
Now let's close it down. We'll continue, and we'll continue the discussion if the brothers want to continue.
I like it. I like everything's fashion, I like everything's fashion. It's sick.
Yeah, man.
No, it's not all for the camera, and it's the same on camera, off camera.
Of course, Habibi.
All right, cool. So that means, yeah, we can close down the show. Let me just quickly shout out a few people. Pranks Vivo, enough love to you as well, family. Salute. Anybody else? Make room on the Hangouts. Man, like Joe Haslam wants to come in as well. So if you look and make room, that'll be good still. We've got COE in the building. What's good, my brother? Yeah. All right, let me close it down then, man. I'm tired as it is. I haven't watched yet. So, yeah, let's close it down. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. We're out. Yeah, we're out. Love.